Day 2 of the Region 18 tournament here in Henderson, Nevada, about to get underway. CSN will take on CNCC, the College of the Colorado Northwestern Community College. Day 2, Game 1. 3 games coming at you today, and the first one between the Spartans and the Coyotes are about to get underway. On the hill for your CSN Coyotes, number 12, number 27, AJ Jones. Well, I'm Devin Versimo.
I'm James Hernandez. Thanks for joining us for another broadcast of Coyote Baseball, folks. A.J. Jones taking the mound for the Coyotes in Game 1 of the Region 18 tournament. Day 2, A.J. with a sparkling 9-1 record on the season looks to pitch his Coyotes into the winner's bracket here and set up a dynamite matchup potentially with Western Nevada tomorrow afternoon, Devin.
It's going to be a fantastic one, but we got to get through this one today. 3 games already played. Utah State University Eastern already on the way home. Tough game, tough break for them, but man, did they show some heart.
Yeah, the fireworks were happening early, Dev. In-state rivals USU Eastern and Salt Lake City kicked off the tournament yesterday at noon. Fantastic game. SLCC won 12-4, pounding out 19 hits in that game. Second game was a matchup of the 4 and 5 seeds, Colorado Northwestern and CSI. Colorado Northwestern won on a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th, and USU Eastern was eliminated 11-4 in the nightcap. CSI rallied to keep their season alive.
And here we get going. Zach Hoffman will lead off for the Spartans here in the first inning.
Zach Hoffman here has done a fantastic job out of the leadoff spot for the Spartans here. Hoffman batting .301 in 42 games, 36 runs scored, 44 hits, 17 RBIs, 1 long ball.
A.J. Jones' first pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Colorado Northwestern implemented an interesting strategy yesterday, to say the least, keeping their best arm, Christopher Ramirez, back for this particular game, and they got the matchup they wanted.
1-1 count. A.J. Jones on the hill, Newson behind the dish, Westmoreland at first, Johnson at second, Wiggins at third, Martz at short, Long in left, Latham in center, Perns in right for your CSN Coyotes. Ground ball up the middle. Martz comes in on it over to Westmoreland in time for out number 1.
Nice throw over there by Jay Martz to retire Zach Hoffman. The Spartans lineup looks like this. Following Hoffman will be right fielder Tanner Nieslanik, then followed by the designated hitter Taylor Riding. Batting cleanup today will be number 3, Steven Reyes. Batting 5th will be Corey Ewald. Batting 6th, Taylor Wright. Batting 7th will be number 24, Huskins, and we'll get you the rest after this pitch here. AJ comes set to deliver his first one to Tanner Nieslanik.
2 lefties in a row for the Spartans. Breaking balls kind of missed it on the outside.
You know, these lefties filled this lineup here at Colorado Northwestern. Nieslanik got the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 9th yesterday to walk Colorado Northwestern off, so very dangerous if the righty's not on his game early.
Missing 0-2 or 2-0 at the moment.
Colorado Northwestern comes in batting 4th in total team average in the Scenic West. A little bit misleading. I think they're a lot better hitting team than that.
2-0 pitch. Makes it 3-0. A.J. Jones falling behind.
Batting .273 as a team here, as opposed to CSN leading the entire conference in batting average at .330.
Hits need to come early and often for both teams if they want to make a statement here early on. And unfortunately, A.J. Jones making the wrong kind of statement. 4 pitches in a row puts Nieslanik on first.
Yeah, well, the theme of the day yesterday was offense for sure. 2 of the 3 teams that won did score in double digits. The other team scored 7 runs here, so it's going to be, with the weather as nice and clear as it is here, it should be an offensive showcase here for a second straight day.
DH Taylor Riding now at the dish. Another lefty. 3 in a row against A.J. Jones.
Stacking the lineup against A.J. Jones here.
Infield that double play depth. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to roll right in through. All the way to Latham in center. Going to play at third. Holding it up. Cut off by Martz. Runners on the corners with only 1 down here in the top of the first.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed is some aggressive base running from these Spartans here. They're not afraid to go first to third, push the envelope, and make the outfielder not only hit the cutoff end, but make a good throw to the bases here. They're always going to keep the pressure on the defense.
Exactly what they needed. 2 out of the first 3 batters are on base for the cleanup man, number 21, Sergio Reyes.
Sergio Reyes comes into this tournament, the pretty solid batting average of .258. 27 RBIs, 1 long ball here. Cleanup hitter with a little bit of pop from the right side. First righty Jones has faced all day.
Double play opportunity remains for CSN. Pickoff attempt over towards first, not in time.
Interesting to see how AJ looks. The last time we seen him here, Devin, against CSI, he did labor a little bit, but that Bulldog mentality got him through 6 innings. He only allowed 4 runs. The team ended up coming back and winning that game.
Once again, over to first, a little low. Westmoreland digs it out of the dirt.
Of course, that was the J. Mart's walk-off. Bottom of the 9th. The remainder of that series, the final 2 games were canceled due to rain.
First pitch, swing and a miss on that breaking ball. Big hack from Reyes, looking to make an impact early on.
Beautiful breaking pitch from A.J. Jones. If he's commanding his secondary pitches, that fastball is going to look like it has that much more life on it. Make sure it's going to be key for him to get deeper into this game, throwing those breaking pitches for strikes. Of course, all the Region 18 tournament games are 9-inning affairs.
Have to keep an eye on Riding over there at first. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses on the inner half.
Jones here settling into his groove. Like I said, his last couple home starts, I wouldn't call them rough starts, but like I said, he just had trouble spotting his breaking pitches consistently here. We really didn't see that out of AJ. 9-1 with a 4.01 ERA, logging the most innings on the team this year at 67.1 coming into this tournament.
1-1 ground ball left side over to Martz. Martz to Johnson. Johnson to Westmoreland. No! Westmoreland drops it over there at first. The run comes around and only 2 down here in the first.
Tough call, or tough play over there by Brody here. Just couldn't handle the tough hop here. Nice idea. Jay Martz and Dylan Johnson almost had that double play turn. Unfortunately, 1 run does come across for Colorado Northwestern, and just like that, Coyotes facing an early 1-0 deficit.
And that will bring up number 26, Corey Ewald, catcher for the Spartans, with 2 down and 1 on.
Spartans catcher here had an RBI in 7-6 win yesterday over CSI. Corey Ewald. CSI jumped out to a 3-0 lead here. Kind of had the Spartans on the ropes, maybe second-guessing not starting Ramirez. Team erupted in the bottom half of the second inning for a 5 spot, and they never looked back. They led the entire way until it was tied 6-6 and then walked it off in the 9th.
Nice pitch, goes on through the zone right there, makes it 0-2 count. A.J. Jones with it still inning not too far out of reach. 1 pitch, retires the side with only 1 run on the board. That one gets popped up. It's going to be playable in foul territory. Westmoreland making a beat on it, and he does catch it. Wow. Catches it right over near the fence in foul territory, deep in foul territory. Only 1 run comes around off of 1 hit for the Spartans as we head to the bottom of the first. Bottom half of the first about to get underway here, and leading off for the Coyotes, as he always does, number 32, Dylan Johnson. The Spartans saved Christopher Ramirez just for this game, and here he is on the hill about to deliver his first pitch outside for ball one.
Yeah, the lefty took home some hardware yesterday as he was awarded an all-conference slot here. Very coveted here, 10-2 record for Ramirez. Comes in with some very gaudy numbers here, 3.55 ERA, leading the team in innings pitched with 76, strikeouts with 62, and opponents batting average against. Opponents only batting .259 against the lefty.
Lefty falling behind 2-0 here. Ewald behind the dish, catching for him. Digging that one out for 3-0. Got Ewald behind the dish, Reyes at first, Haynes at second, Hoskins at third, Wright at short, Turner in left, Hoffman in center, Nislanik in right. Full umpire crew as well, as you guys can see. They're the other guys in the black and gray. And 4 pitches in a row puts Johnson on first. Leadoff walk on the game.
And that's typical Dylan Johnson here, batting .344 on the season. He was third on the team in walks here. Third for a leadoff here is very impressive. 25th walk now coming into the season. Speaking of impressive, Jarrell Latham steps into the box, a .344 hitter, making all 51 starts this season, Dev.
Here he is with a prime opportunity. Tough call against the lefty. We'll see how it turns out. Ewald sets out. 5th ball in a row from Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez struggling to find the strike zone, and this Coyote lineup has been patient all season. You don't hit .330 cumulative as a team here if you're not patient, working some walks. Talked to Coach Garitano yesterday. He said if the opportunities presented itself, he said you might see a little more running here, a little more aggressive style, especially if Johnson and Latham get on the bags here. Definitely both legitimate stolen base threats. Jarrell Latham stealing a team-high 26 bags in 28 attempts, so that's fantastic work right there. DJ 6 out of 8 on the season.
Yeah, Blake Wiggins on deck. Jordan Hand in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. First strike gets called off of a foul ball. Ramirez looking to get dialed in, and Ewald did a good job helping him out, seeing 5 pitches.
Yeah.
Quick mound visit, make sure they're eye to eye on this next pitch.
Yeah, try to straighten his lefty out a little bit here. You have to throw strikes against the CSN lineup, or they'll take the walks.
Kaiser not in the lineup, but if he was, exactly what he's shooting for too.
Yeah, definitely. Jesse Kaiser will lead the way for sure, as he was 1 walk away from the single-season record last year as a freshman. It's very impressive stuff, and like I said, CSN here. Give you a stat here in one moment after this pitch.
Over to first again. Interesting call with Reyes not on the bag, kind of shadowing Johnson several feet off.
Yeah, trying to keep DJ honest there. Like I said, Spartans worked hard to earn a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first. Last thing you want to do is give it back.
1-1, runner goes. Ground ball right side. Into the hole over on the right side. Haynes over to Reyes. Called a sacrifice as it moves Johnson over to second.
Nice job there by Jarrell, just getting his man over any way he can. That's a hit the other side of the diamond, Dev. You know, Jarrell's always a threat to beat that out.
Yeah, a tough call if it went over to Hoskins' side.
Yeah, definitely. But Hoskins does have a gun over there. I've seen him make a couple nice throws in the game he played yesterday against CSI. Made a couple picks over there and showed off that cannon at third.
Let's see if Wiggins gives him something to think about over there at third base. Wiggins waiting patiently for his first pitch from Ramirez. Ewald setting out. Ramirez checks over to second, delivers towards home.
Yeah, Blake Wiggins can definitely supply the power for this lineup here. For the power numbers he put up, still batted .302, had 49 hits, 52 RBIs, 9 long balls. 21 of those 49 hits, 22 actually, Devin went for extra bases. So
one of those right here ties this game up. A 1 pitch. A little low and slow below the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, Blake slugging .556 here on this season. Like I said, this lineup, you just get no breather here. If you're Christopher Ramirez, once you deal with Blake Wiggins, you have the DH Jordan Hand, who's right up there in a better average than Wiggins and the same amount of RBIs, right in the same ballpark, and then Brody Westmoreland.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good cut, better pitch.
Like I said, Ramirez did have himself a day when he faced the Coyotes up in Rangeley, Colorado. I'm sure the conditions were a little colder, a little wetter, a little different compared to today. We have a beautiful spring afternoon for second consecutive day here at the park.
Not a cloud in the sky. 1-2 pitch with 1 down and 1 on. Fouled off.
But I was saying in that start here, Ramirez absolutely dazzled here. The Spartans defeated CSN 6-1 on that day. Ramirez went complete game, 4 hits, 1 earned run with 7 strikeouts. So, like I said, he is capable of shutting down the best of lineups here, as CSN does feature the best offensive lineup here in this 2016 Region 18 tournament.
Ramirez looking for the first K. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. 2-2 with Johnson dancing around on second. Coyotes obviously in the all-whites. Colorado Northwestern Spartans. Black tops, gray pants, red numbers.
Nice looking jerseys for the Coyotes. Got the clean home whites on, starting the tournament out.
Good guy white, if you will.
Absolutely. And this is a big game because the winner of this game here continues on in the winner's bracket and sets himself up for a matchup tomorrow with Western Nevada. I'd imagine Coach Garitano would want to go with Mikey York, ideally, if A.J. Jones was able to pitch his team into the winner's bracket today. And the loser, unfortunately, is going to have to play an extra game. You know, they're going to have to play for their Region 18 tournament lives here later on tonight. That'll be a 7:30 game. That'll be the loser of this game and the loser of the next game, which is Western Nevada College in Salt Lake City.
Exactly. Winner gets to go home or to the hotel. Pickoff attempt towards second. Throw it in the dirt. Good thing Haynes able to dig that one out. But yes, the winner of this game gets to relax the rest of the day. And the loser will come back tonight around 7 o'clock. Play for their lives. But here, full count pitch with 1 down and 1 on. Ramirez still in this hole. Looking to pitch his way out. Ewald setting out. Pitch on the way. Taking it into center field. Excellent shot. Hoffman chasing back on it hard. That one's going to get really far out. Bouncing right at the warning track. Bounces off the wall. And Johnson will round third. And just like that, Wiggins going to try to slide in. He does into third base. RBI triple ties this game up right here in the top of the first.
Excellent job of Blake Wiggins there, keeping his hands back, waiting as long as he possibly could, unleashing on that ball. Coach Garitano was just happy for a good weather weekend here. He said when the weather's right, he said, my team can go out there and swing the bats. He said, I believe we can hit with anybody in the country here. He said, I just want a fair weekend of weather to give our team an opportunity to showcase what they can do offensively. Blake Wiggins just showed you put a charge into that ball.
About 300 and probably 85 feet into center field, and that first one gets fouled off from hand.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely had the pop to go. It just didn't have the distance overall, but that was a line shot there by Blake Wiggins. And Jordan Hand steps into the box here, 342 hitter, 42 ribs, 6 home runs, 55 hits on this season here. Jordan Hand definitely capable of coming right behind Wiggins and giving the Coyotes a lead here.
Next pitch goes on through the zone. 0-2 count, 1 down, 1 on. Jordan Hand waiting patiently for his first pitch, or for his pitching and swing at. Let's see what Ramirez decides to give him. Shakes off the first sign from Ewald. Likes the second one. Ewald bounces out. Gets it in the dirt. Ewald does a good job keeping that one in front of him. Wiggins will take off home if that gets behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. Wiggins ready to go on a moment's notice here. If that ball gets even trickles a little bit past Corey Ewald here, might see some aggressive base running there by Blake Wiggins.
Ramirez setting in again. Is 1-2. Fouled off. And giving a little flashes of what he can do. Quick bat speed, put it in play.
Oh, yeah, the Cal State Fullerton transfer here has some quick hands, definitely some quick bat speed. And like I said, the most impressive thing about the 3, 4, 5 hitters in this Coyote lineup, with as much power as they supply, they're all 300-plus hitters, slugging over 500. Brody Westmoreland slugging 711, if you can believe that.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't. You never see power hitters that are this good at contact hitters, for one, and for two, that are that disciplined at the plate, that are able, like Jordan Hand's doing up here, working a count, working walks, getting an opportunity to foul off great pitches to see a mistake, and when they get it, they take advantage. You know, they're definitely, the barrel's finding the ball there, and it's taking them to second straight Scenic West Athletic Conference title. I mean, we've never had an offense like this.
2-2, misses high and in, brings the count full once again. Ramirez having to throw a lot of pitches here, and he's still only 1 down.
Yeah, definitely laboring a little bit out there is the Colorado Northwestern ace. Like I said, Ramirez 10-2 on the season, and like I said, that start he had against CSN, the 7-inning complete game, was just absolutely lights out.
Full count pitch. Misses outside. Ball 4. We had to wait on it, and so did Hand as he heads over to first.
A nice eye by Jordan Hand. That was a very close pitch here. He's able to recognize that was going to be out of the zone and take that for a strike, or for a ball, excuse me. That's going to bring up Brody Westmoreland here.
For viewers out there, the short black bursts of smoke out there on left and left center. There's some construction going on. Don't panic. There's no fires or anything. Just some construction equipment. So you'll see that probably throughout the entire day. So just keep your eyes open for that. And maybe Westmoreland here can give one of those construction workers a souvenir. First pitch. Blow the zone.
Oh, yeah, speaking of smoke, I mean, Brody Westmoreland's a candidate to smoke this ball into the gap or even over the wall here. Like I said, with the nice weather we have here, Brody's able to put a charge into one. 371 hitter on the season, 50 games started, 59 hits, 45 ribs, and a team leading 12 long balls.
1-0 pitch from Ramirez. 2-0. Another one falls low and in. Ramirez trying to get dialed in here. He can't let the wheels fall off in the first inning.
No, not at all. It's a 1-1 game. This is going to be a tough fight if he's able to keep his Spartans within striking distance here. You don't want to give up a lead after you were staked to one just a half inning earlier.
Another one misses inside. 3-0. One down, 2 on. Double play opportunity still presents itself for the Spartans. And Ramirez stepping off the mound, fixing the hair.
Well, it doesn't seem like the hair a la Anthony Martin or something out there.
Yeah.
He kind of reminded me of a lefty out there, some shaggy hair. Anthony, of course, doing his thing up at UNR now. If you're listening, Amar, we miss you. Once a Coyote, always a Coyote, as we always say. So I'd like to see him succeeding, as I'd like to see all our former players doing. It doesn't look like Ramirez wants to really attack Westmoreland too much, but what he doesn't realize is maybe the best contact hitter on the Coyote team, Drew Newsom, is on deck.
There's not a lot of soft spots. That one's taken out of right center field. That one's definitely going to drop. Hoffman chasing after it. Finally gets it. Oh, he bobbles it. He's not able to handle it. One run's going to come around. He's going to be followed as well. 2 runs will come around, and a triple right there for Brody Westmoreland.
Brody Westmoreland putting a charge into one here, getting in the right center gap, and the rest is history here. By the time it was picked up, it was on the warning track. Great base running by Jordan Hand and Brody Westmoreland. They had the play in front of him the whole way. Jordan Hand coming around third, scoring easy, and Brody hustling in for a 2 RBI triple.
That one brings 2 on around. 3 runs coming around total so far with only 1 down, and Ramirez getting a mound visit early.
Great piece of hitting there by Brody Westmoreland, willing to let the pitch get deeper in the zone, inside out it, take it the other way, and put it in that gap. Like I said, that's how you slug 7-11, Devin, and bat 371 in the 5-hole.
Honestly, couldn't hit it in a better spot. Unless you put it over the wall, that's an excellent spot for it. And already 2 out of the first 5 batters have the hardest hit in the cycle.
Oh yeah, seriously, when he makes solid contact, there's just something about the way that ball carries off his bat. I mean, Brody Westmoreland, he really puts a charge into the ball. Seriously. Like I said, he's one of those special talents offensively with the bat. And speaking of special talents, here's Drew Newsom stepping into the box here, leading the Coyotes in average, 3rd in the entire Scenic West with a 381 clip.
First pitch on the way from Ramirez. Breaking ball gets on through the zone. Left that one a little too high. Don't do it again against Newsom.
Yeah, exactly. Newsom, a very patient hitter. If he was looking for a mistake there, I mean, that could have been something he could have easily flipped over the head of the shortstop here into the outfield.
0-1 misses.
Drew is just such a smart baseball player. I mean, his baseball IQ is definitely off the charts here. Sitting behind Reese Lucero last year, being like you would call him the super sub, Devin. I mean, he's really settled into the role as a team leader.
1-1 gets through the zone. Now I'll have to play protect here. 1-2 count, 1 down, 1 on.
Drew Newsom, one of the many Coyotes that were on the Region 18, either first, second, or honorable mention team. Drew Newsom, the first team catcher, and couldn't be more well deserved.
Fouling that one off. Right side infield playing pretty shallow, close up to the grass, trying to keep Westmoreland at third in case a ground ball is induced.
Drew's shown some nice pop this year, tied for 3rd on the team with long balls. Him and Jordan Hand have 6 apiece. Blake 2nd with 9, and of course Brody leading the charge with a dozen.
1-2, that one gets away from Ewald. Not too far away for Westmoreland over there at 3rd.
And you really get no break, like I said, behind Drew Newsom, and really hot hitter in Jarrett Perns.
You got Martin, then you got Long. I don't I don't know where you're going to get next 2 outs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no team has the depth here that the Coyotes do when you can put a guy that handles the bat as well as Jay Martz in your 8-hole. I mean, just got to make Nick Garitano sleep good.
Ball up the middle. Wright's going to go in on it. Over to Reyes. One more run does come around as Westmoreland touch home. 2 down. Nobody on.
6-3 in the books, but we're going to give Drew Newsom an RBI on that ground out here. And as Devin said, another run comes around for CSN. And just like that, our Coyotes put a 4 spot up, and that's going to bring up the aforementioned Jarrett Perns.
I mean, that's what we had to said. You know, runs early and often are definitely going to help them out. And if you can avoid going to the bullpen, you know, you're going to save yourself some solid arms for the winner's bracket.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If AJ, let him go as deep as you can. This tournament is a war of attrition, Devin, as you know, playing games back-to-back days. You know, so as much as you can save your pin, you know, you're kind of giving yourself a fighter's chance in that next game.
1-0 count.
And if you look at it from Colorado Northwestern's perspective here, I mean, they got to be a little bit shell-shocked. You know, they throw their best pitcher out here. They come out wanting to shut down the Coyotes, and right in the bottom of the first inning, CSN jumps on them for 4. They got to be doubting what they thought they could do here in that dugout.
2 triples nonetheless. I mean, you give up a couple singles, you know, that makes sense, but you put 2 shots into the gap and then you give up 4 runs with only 2 down, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, absolutely right, Devin. These aren't broken bat, bloop hits. I mean, these aren't little nubbers. I mean, these are some well-struck balls here. CSN seeing the ball very well out of Ramirez's hands, and the results showing.
And honestly, they really helped out. The extra runs came from the walks. There's a shot up the middle.
There it is.
That one's going to... Oh, nice. Excellent stab by Hoffman.
Play.
Zach Hoffman doing exactly what he really helped out Ramirez there, going to get that one, avoiding any extra hits.
Yeah.
But so far, the Coyotes put up 2 hits and 4 runs here on the bottom of the first, leading 4-1 as we head to the second. Top 2, Coyotes up 4-1. Jones back on the hill. Had a little bit of a breather after his first inning. Let's see if he can dial in and keep this lead in favor of his Coyotes.
A.J. Jones here for a second inning of work. Like I said, a little bit of rust, if you will, whatever you want to call it. But A.J. looking to rebound here in the second inning. CNC is going to lead off with number 24, third baseman Brady Hoskins. He'll be followed by left fielder Keaton Turner and Christopher Haynes, 7, 8, and 9 in the top of the second for the Spartans.
Another lefty will lead off against Jones. First pitch here on the way. Misses outside.
Well, you can't blame CNCC for trying. They're stacking the lineup with lefties against A.J. Jones.
Good call, honestly.
Yeah, you got to do what you can here. Like I said, in this tournament, you know, it's win and move on, survive and advance. So you got to try to do everything in your possibility to give your team an advantage to earn the victory and continue on in this tournament.
Third pitch finally hits the zone from Jones. 2-1 count.
Nice pitch by A.J. Jones there. Looked like a little cutter. So they found the inside of the plate. If he can get that over consistently, it's going to be a nice afternoon.
Fouling off, even up the count at 2 apiece. Hoskins on deck, Turner in the hole. 2-2 count. Jones looking dialed in. Get another one fouled off. Ooh, into the Spartan dugout. That actually hit Ewald.
Wow.
Over there. He's still got the gear on. Looks like he just caught it in the thigh. Seems to be okay. Shaking it off.
Yeah, he's a
that
catcher.
Went right at him.
He's a catcher, so he's tough. But yeah, it's scary. Every time these foul balls are flying around, you said you got to keep your head on a swivel, and even if you do, sometimes that's not enough.
That poor guy gets hit behind the dish. He's in the dugout and gets hit. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Like a magnet for baseballs. Great pitch there by A.J. Jones to blow that by.
First K of the day.
And Hoskins will strike out. Like I said, after he had a home run in Game 2, he did proceed to strike out the next 3 plate appearances. So he is a bit of a free swinger.
Well, here we go. Hoskins stepping in. Another righty. Few and far.
Yeah,
gets
absolutely.
through. Good pitch from Jones. Breaking ball. Slows him down. Slows down the momentum. I'm sure he's hyped up, getting ready for his first at-bat, and trying to help out his team down by 3. Another breaking ball misses.
That's an interesting pitch there by Jones. I like it. I think he's changing the eye level for 1 and for 2. Like I said, if you can sneak that little breaking pitch over the plate for a strike, you might be able to steal a strikeout or 2 later in this game.
Swing and a miss. Big hack at that 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
AJ having a little extra. So it's got some nice adrenaline going here. Why not? Opening the Region 18 tournament for your team's got to give you a nice boost of adrenaline for sure.
Yeah, you get the call. That means we got faith in you to keep us in that winner's bracket.
Oh, yeah. Well, A.J. Jones has been starting Game 1 of the series pretty much all season. That's been the routine here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure if we do win this game, we'll see Mikey York test himself tomorrow.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another K recorded by Jones, and the first 2 batters retired.
Talking yesterday to Coach Garatano, that's going to bring up left fielder Keaton Turner. He said, he just repeated how important it was to stay in the winner's side of the bracket. You're going to have to play less games, use less arms, and like I said, if you can control your own destiny, you win today and tomorrow, you have to be beaten twice on Saturday to lose.
First one fouled off. Decent contact on it.
And when you're 16-2 at home in conference play, as the Coyotes are 25-4 overall home record on the season, they haven't lost 2 games in a row at home all year.
Check swing, he went, says the home plate umpire. 0-2, and Jones dialed back in. A little bit of rest after the first. Here he is on the hill, dealing early and often. 0-2 pitch. Gets him through the zone. 3 Ks in a row from A.J. Jones. Retires the side in the top of the second.
Jones on fire.
Bottom of the second. Coyotes still up 4-1, and unfortunately for Ramirez, he barely just got done drinking that little cup of water, and he's already back on the hill.
Yeah, A.J. Jones with a super slick 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeout inning there to kind of pad himself here. He's got to go in the dugout pumping his chest a little bit here, and his teammates obliging, fired up. Jay Martz here leading off for the Coyotes. He'll be followed by Tyler Long, and then back to the top of the lineup with DJ Dylan Johnson.
First pitch gets through the zone. Ramirez trying to jump out early. Falling behind a couple times, several times, at least 2 times, full count pitches.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's one in the left field. Turner coming in on it hard, stopping. Ooh, catching it. Almost went over his head, but catches it for out number 1.
Almost overran that ball there. F7 to retire Jay Martz, and that's going to bring up left fielder Tyler Long.
Long, and then you got Johnson on deck. Latham in the hole.
And as Ramirez gets set to face a 9-hole hitter in the lineup, his pitch count is at 37 already.
Yeah.
So Coyotes definitely working him a little bit.
It's got to be about a third of what you would expect him to go max. First pitch goes above the zone.
Well, and here's the problem now with 38 pitches. 20 of those 38 pitches have been balls. So, Ramirez has to get on the right side of that count and try to even things up if he's going to look to extend himself in this game. If not, it could be a short afternoon for the Spartan lefty.
Fortunately for him, he's already got 2 more balls to add to that total here.
Yeah, he's definitely fighting himself out there. I was wondering if, the first inning was going to kind of be a little bit of a wake-up call, maybe come out pounding the zone, throwing strikes, but he's struggling to find that zone right now.
2-0 pitch. There it is. Hits that outside corner.
Nice looking pitch there on the outside corner. And a nice job by Tyler Long. Like I said, Jay March was retired kind of early. See a few pitches. If you can see 4 or 5 pitches, sometimes you get the pitcher to throw an extra pitch or 2. That's a productive at bat, regardless of the end result.
2-1 in the same spot. That outside corner, very friendly for Ramirez.
Yeah, we've seen A.J. Jones get the benefit of one of those calls here in the top of the second inning. Looks like the umpire likes that outside part of the plate. He's going to call that consistently.
2-2 misses inside, and another full count pitch coming from Ramirez.
Very close pitch there to Tyler Long. That was tough take on 2-2, but Tyler spits on it here, works the count full, and he's going to get hopefully something friendly to hit here on the 3-2.
I like the idea, though, going inside. Tries it right there as well. Handcuffed him, gets it fouled off.
Yeah, definitely smart by Ramirez here. He'd been pounding the outside of the plate for the first 2 strikes of the at-bat here. Kind of go in, try to saw him off, get in on the hands a little bit. Nice idea. He went back in there. Long was able to foul that last pitch off.
Full count pitch once again from Ramirez. Fouled off. This is exactly what you need from Long as well. If he's already at 37 coming into this inning, you're only going to make him throw more and more and get higher up in that total.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, I believe this will be pitch 8 coming of the at-bat here. And like I said, in my opinion, Tyler Long's won this at-bat regardless of what he actually produces, just making Ramirez work.
There's a ground ball right side in the dirt, picked out by Reyes. Bobbled it a smidge, tags first, out number 2.
3 unassisted there to retire Tyler Long. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order for DJ Dylan Johnson here. Walked his first plate appearance here.
And that's exactly probably what's helping out with Ramirez. Last time in the first inning, walked a batter, triple. Walked a batter, triple.
Yeah.
And that's how you get several runs against you.
Yeah, like you said, he was tripping himself up. He couldn't get out of his own way there. That pattern, unfortunately, repeated itself too many times for Ramirez. And Dylan Johnson is yet to see a strike here in his now second at bat. He saw 4 straight balls to take a walk, lead off the game, and that was ball 5. So
that first strike could be deadly, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. High and in, or high and out, hits the zone, 1-1 count, 2 down.
Dylan Johnson here settling in, 344 bat, exactly what you want from your leadoff hitter, and 180 at bat, 62 hits, 10 doubles, 4 long balls, 34 ribs.
Thought about that one as it went over the zone.
Good thing he didn't hack at that. He would have had to turn mighty
tomahawk that. 2-1 count. Ewald setting out. Gets it right where he wants it.
Nice job. Ramirez has been using that outside corner to his advantage here in this second inning, and it's neutralized the Coyotes a little bit. That's a pitch he's commanding pretty well, and like I said, so far so good for Ramirez.
Breaking ball, waits on it, puts it foul.
Nice job.
Good
by
call
Johnson.
from DJ.
Yeah,
though. Sat on it.
Just couldn't wait a little bit longer. Like I said, try to straighten it out, but he's on that breaking pitch, showing Ramirez that if he throws a hanger up there, DJ grip it and rip it.
He's like, I know where it's going to go.
Absolutely.
There's a ground ball right side over to Haynes. Haynes tosses it up and to Reyes for out number 3. So, just like A.J. Jones, Ramirez gets a 3-up, 3-down inning as we head to the 3rd. Newsom throwing it down, giving a glimpse to the base runners of what they'll have to encounter if they try to take second. And here we go. Top of the third. Coyotes up 4-1, leading off for the Spartans. Number 4, Christopher Haynes.
Yeah, Chris Haynes, a 9-hole hitter here, will lead off for Spartans in the top of the third. And then we'll go back to the top with Zach Hoffman and Tanner Neeslandic here. Top of the third inning. A.J. Jones struck out the last 3 batters he's faced.
First pitch. First ball.
Nice job. And you can see A.J. settling in. He just looks so much more comfortable on the mound. Definitely getting into his groove here.
3 strikeouts last inning. Here he goes. Second pitch. Second ball. Falling behind against Haynes. And after this, he's got 3 lefties in a row. So getting this first out against the righty would be nice.
Yeah, you want to set the 9-hole hitter down if you can.
Falling behind, 3-0.
Wow. That was a close pitch. AJ hitting his chest, saying my fault there. The location was just a bit off, though.
Short-term memory. 3-0 pitch. There it is. Nice fastball in the inner half.
Yeah, Jones just getting it in there.
And Haynes wasn't going to swing at it. 3-0. He's going to take a base any way he can with his team down by 3. Oh, there's that 2-seam outside for strike 2, bringing the count full.
Nice little cut action there on that fastball from A.J. Jones. Let's see if he can battle back after falling behind 3-0 to record the first out of the top of the third.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Exactly what he needed to do. Jones falls behind 3-0. 3 strikes in a row. Retires the batter. 1 down as we head back to the top of the lineup in Zach Hoffman.
Zach Hoffman retired his first plate appearance 6-3. Jay Martz got him here to lead off the game.
That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Jones.
Hoffman
going back to last inning, of course.
4 in a row. Hoffman, a 3-on-1 hitter, 44 hits, 17 RBIs, 2 home runs for the left-handed center fielder.
First pitch, high and out. It's going to be tough to get a K against this guy.
Definitely here. We got two back-to-back lefties here, so let's see how Jones handles him here. He walked Neeslandic last time, retired Hoffman on a ground out.
There's a shot. That's going to get over the head of Johnson all the way into right field. And a single, 1-out single from the leadoff man, Hoffman.
That breaks the 4 consecutive strikeouts streak of A.J. Jones, but that was a well-hit ball. Nice piece of hitting there by the Spartan leadoff hitter.
Tanner Neeslandic returns to the dish. Last time he was up, he got a walk and then came around for the Spartans' only run. And here we go. Double play opportunity for the Coyotes and for Jones.
Yeah, Tanner Neeslandic batting .358. Good for 4th best in the Scenic West Athletic Conference this year. Mitch Berryhill from Salt Lake pacing the entire conference at .423.
Berryhill's no joke. 1-0 on the way.
Got some really quality hitters in this conference this season. Drew Newsom up there, .383. Austin Pitcher, from a team who was eliminated yesterday, USU Eastern, batting .358. Of course, Brody Westmoreland in that mix as well.
1-1 count, 1 down, 1 on. Here in the top half of the third, each team with 2 hits. Neeslandic right here trying to make it 3 for his team.
AJ looking to induce a ground ball here, see if he can get Neeslandic to roll over on one. Said Tanner, a very, very good contact hitter, handles the bat well. Has a little bit of pop here, 3 home runs, 32 RBIs, but 58 hits leading the entire Spartans team here. So definitely good contact, solid contact hitter, gets on base quite a bit, .512 on base percentage.
Another pickoff attempt, keeping Hoffman honest over there at first, who's inching his way over towards second.
Yeah, trying to get a nice secondary lead there.
Nice cut at that one, but misses once again. 1-2. 1 down. Jones looking for his 5th strikeout.
Nice to see the location of these pitches the last 2 innings. It felt like A.J. Jones was struggling a little bit to find the zone in the first. He's gotten over that, and he's definitely pounding the zone, as they say here. Even his misses are right there.
Borderline calls.
Yeah, when he's throwing balls, he's missing in good spots.
1-2, runner goes. Fouled off into the net. hit and run call for Nislanik and Hoffman.
Yeah, I was talking about it before the game started. I said this Spartans team is definitely willing to take some chances on the base pass, hit and runs, put runners in motion, try to take the extra base, especially on a ball hit to the outfield. They're pretty good at forcing the outfielders to make a good throw, make a solid play to, execute and get them out. They'll definitely take the extra base when it's available to them.
1-2 pitch again, misses outside. And it's not like they're out of it. They're only down 3 in the third.
Oh, wow. If yesterday was any tale of what we were going to see the remainder of this tournament here, I mean, it was very offensive. I mean, like I said, 2 of the 3 teams that won scored in double digits. No winner scored less than 7 runs yesterday. So, yeah, there's been some really, really fun offensive baseball. 3-run lead, hardly insurmountable.
A lot of those runs came late, if I'm right.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 of CSI's runs, they scored 11. They were up 2-0 heading to the 7th inning. So, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, there was some wild finishes, conclusions to some of these games. So, yeah, should be in for another fun day of baseball.
Another pickoff attempt. Hoffman's already taken off once, and Jones knows that.
Yeah, absolutely. Jones trying to keep Hoffman honest there. And like I said, keep a runner out of scoring position. He's only one away in the inning here. If he can retire Nislanik, maybe get his team back in the.
There he goes again. Noose is going to throw it down. He's safe. No, he got him. Wow, he got him. Excellent throw from Newson.
And compliment Jay Martz. Nice job of him getting that ball and getting that tag down in one motion here, allowing that Drew Newson throw to kind of come into it. He kind of cradled it, slapped the tag down there, and that's going to retire Zach Hoffman here, caught stealing.
Wow, that was really close, and that's exactly what I would expect. Head coach going to come out and talk to him. It looked good to me. I thought he beat out the throw from all the way up here, but granted, I'm nowhere closer than that umpire.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's going to be tough to overturn this call, of course.
Lou McCullum.
Lou McCullum just probably wants to go out there, kind of.
He's got to fight for his team.
Fight for his guy. He thought he was there. It was a bang play for sure. Jay Martz, whether he got the tag down or not, it was the umpire's discretion. He called him out, and that is what it is here. We're going to go with that. Lou's going to trot back to the dugout, and we have a nice at-bat going on here. Nice battle between A.J. Jones and Tanner Nislanik here. Count's gone full 3-2. Let's see what A.J. can cook up, him and Drew, for the Spartan right fielder here.
A little less stress on him now with nobody on the bags. Full count pitch, 2 down. Looking for that 5th K. Misses outside. Puts another one on. And that'll bring up Taylor Writing.
Well, Nislanik is seeing the ball well out of AJ's hands. Those are back-to-back walks now. Like I said, he is definitely recognizing the balls before they get there. Taylor Writing comes in here 1-for-1 with a single in his last at-bat.
Writing getting settling in. DH waiting for his first pitch of the sequence. Gets one on the outside. Now with Nislanik over there at first and 2 down. Let's see if they try to be aggressive here.
Yeah, let's see if they send Tanner here. I mean, even a throw out, it's not the worst thing in the world. You'll lead off the inning next time up with your heart of your lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll see. You have a little Tanner Nislanik attempted steal here. Said maybe Drew Newson's arm might have scared him off a little bit there.
Yeah, exactly.
Give Lou something to think about if he's trying to put the steal sign down a second time here. So let's see what happens.
0-2 in the dirt. Newson able to keep it in front of him.
Nice job by Drew. Like I said, he does such a good job back there. Just kind of goes unnoticed sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, just how well he moves around. He's very agile. He's able to get to so many balls. He blocks so many balls and helps his pitchers out every single time he's behind the dish.
1-2 once again. This is outside. Nislanik deking over towards second.
Trying to maybe get in AJ's head a little bit, just his peripheral vision. Just maybe have him make a mistake, throw a ball over the plate. Like I said, if you're worried about the runner on first, you're not fully committed to the batter, and sometimes that can spell doom for a pitcher.
Breaking ball, ground ball right side. Westmoreland going to underhand it to Jones, who will tag first for the 3rd out. CSN still leading by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Jarrell Latham will lead off for the Coyotes here in the bottom half of the third.
Yeah, Jarrell's second plate appearance here of the day. Grounded out to second base in his first opportunity with the bat. Let's see what Jarrell has in store. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Coyotes. Latham, Wiggins in hand. Bottom of the third.
Showing bunt as the lefty would. Pulling it back, called ball.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Jarrell Latham. Like I said, his speed kills, as the old saying goes. And like I said, he'll lay a bunt down, get on first, still second, and manufacture himself in scoring position. You know, the Coyotes don't even have to do any of that. Nice luxury to have a 344 hitter in the 2-hole.
That one gets in the dirt. 2-0 count. Ramirez once again falling behind.
Yeah, Ramirez not looking like the pitcher that dominated CSN up in Rangeley, Colorado. I'll tell you that. I mean, I didn't see the game, but just reading the stats and the play-by-plays here, like I said, it looked like he had his way with the Coyotes. They've definitely done their homework and watched some film or, you know, done whatever they've needed to do here. They've really worked Ramirez hard here, bottom of the third inning. Got to be over 50 pitches for sure.
That's 3-0, threatening to walk another. And he does.
And that's actually number 60 there as he walks Jarrell Latham.
And the first and the third inning, both innings led off with a walk.
Yep.
First inning, Coyotes put up 4 and on their way to something similar here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, well, I mean, couldn't ask for anything better. Putting your leadoff runner on for these monsters here, 3, 4, and 5. Wiggins, Hand, and Westmoreland, this three-headed attack. Coyotes heart of the lineup here. This just as fierce as any in college baseball. I mean, honestly, say junior college, but you know, don't sell the Coyotes short. Like I said, these guys can hit with anybody in the country, and you know, they're showing it here. They're proving it down the stretch.
There's a deep shot in the left field,
Wow.
towering shot. How far back is this one going to go? Not too far. Oh, wow, bounces off the warning track. Turner was camping out under it, not able to locate it as it falls closer and closer down to the ground. Hits the ground, and a very long single for Blake Wiggins.
Wow, that almost brought some rain down. It went up so high here as Blake Wiggins hits a towering shot to the warning track. I think we got to go E7 on that hit.
Yeah, you know, he totally missed it. It's a very unusual hit, but that's a tough one for Turner out there. I mean, with a ball that high in the air, I mean, clouds, no clouds, no wind.
Yeah.
It just fell, and unfortunately, on its way down, lost track of it, and
yeah, that thing
bang.
almost brought down some rain. Like I said, what a shot there by Blake Wiggins. And tough sun, you know, midday. You know, it's a clear sky, but you're looking up there, sun's beating down on you. I'm not sure the left fielder has the glasses or not, but yeah.
And pressure on nonetheless,
yeah,
man. He's like, man, this is a high ball. I got to catch this.
Well, and you know, to his defense, he doesn't play here. This isn't his home field. He might not know how much room he has from the warning track to the wall.
Exactly.
You know, there's so many variables that come into play with fielding a fly ball. That's why you see it and you expect a pop up to the outfield to be routine, but it's anything but. You know, especially when you're a left fielder playing in a stadium you're not used to. Like I said, you know, give him some credit out there. He tried to track it, couldn't get it. And after the meeting on the mound here, Coyotes have something cooking here. First two batters on for the cleanup man, Jordan Hand.
Nobody down.
Excited here. 342 average, looking to get in the box and take a couple hacks.
Yeah, that's when he really, like I said, I feel for Turner trying to make a play, and bang, hits literally probably off of his shoulder on the way down.
Yeah.
At least he didn't catch it in the face.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse. Fell right in front of the 2003 National Championship banner. Out there in front of the scoreboard. Just out of camera view, unfortunately, for everybody else. But for us, tough play. And play will resume here now with runners on first and second. Jordan Hand returns to the dish.
That's a great-looking banner. I believe that should be sitting in dead center field, somewhere right off the Coyote cliff or in the middle, for everybody to see and admire. I mean, got to be proud of that national champs banner. Hopefully, one day soon, Dev will be hanging a second one. So.
I was going to say, maybe they're waiting for the second one to bang, bang.
Absolutely right. Like I said, wouldn't that be something?
First pitch on the way towards Hand. Low and out. That's a tough one for Ramirez as well. What you would think is a routine play ends up going against him. Now he's got 2 on and nobody down, and pretty much the heart of the lineup coming up against him.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sure he feels like he wants to pick up his teammate too, you know what I mean, and make some pitches here and kind of show his left fielder he's got his back.
Swing and a miss. There you go. Nice off speed. Gets Hand swinging at air.
Very nice off-speed pitch there by Ramirez. Jordan Hand thinking fastball here, swinging over the top of that breaking pitch. And the count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out here. Of course, it'd be insane to think about it, but what if Jordan Hand laid a bunt down here? I think he'd keep the entire infield off balance, and I think he may have a chance to beat it out just because it'd be so unexpected.
There's a shot down the line in foul territory. Honestly, I was thinking double steal. So we're both relatively on the same page.
Okay. Yeah, push the action. I mean, put runners in motion, like Coach Garitano said. He said you may see us put a little more pressure on the defense, setting guys, starting people, starting runners in motion. He's talking to Jordan Hand here. I mean, obviously the bunt scenario is probably off here with 2 strikes, but Jordan handles the bat well. Like I said, for a cleanup hitter to be batting .344, you can definitely trust Jordan to make some solid contact.
Haven't tested the arm of Ewald yet as well.
Yeah, well, and the double still, like I said, Jarrell Latham can absolutely fly. I mean, if Jarrell has even a decent secondary lead, I mean, he's gone. I mean, this guy 26 stolen bases in 28 attempts this season. I mean, that's not only pacing the Coyotes, but leading the entire Scenic West Athletic Conference. So Jarrell Latham, he'll snatch a bag.
1-2 on the way. Popped over our heads, and honestly, I was thinking, thankfully, Latham is the leadoff runner or the lead runner.
Yeah.
Because if it was Wiggins then Latham, might be a different call.
Right. Yeah.
But with Latham on second, because Ewald's definitely going to go to third if the double steal is on.
Right.
There's a better chance of Latham being out that throw.
Yeah. Jarrell very aggressive here. He probably head in head first and see what happens here. Test the arm of Ewald.
1-2 gets him swinging, and the first K is recorded by Ramirez as the first out is recorded here in the bottom of the third.
That's a big pitch there for Christopher Ramirez. Like I said, he was definitely hanging out there. First 2 Coyotes reaching base, and Ramirez reaches back, fools Jordan Hand here, has him swinging over the top of that. That's a big first out for the Spartans pitcher.
Well, Mikey York sighting, going to give the balls to the umpire. Maybe see him later on.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully, like I said, maybe we see Mikey tomorrow. It'll be an amazing game if CSN was to match up with our rivals from the north, Western Nevada. So
there goes Latham. He's going to try to take off the third. Wow. Excellent way sliding on in. Wiggins did not follow, hanging out on first, but Latham stealing third.
Oh, Jarrell Latham got a fantastic jump on Ramirez. I mean, that was stolen as much on the pitcher as it was the catcher. By the time Corey Ewald got that ball, I mean, he should have just put it in his pocket here. Jarrell Latham was not getting thrown out on that play. And like I said, surprise, surprise, Jarrell now standing 90 feet away. Coach Garitano looking to keep the pressure on and add another run to this 3-run lead.
Runners on the corners, 1-0, count 1 down. Westmoreland waiting. Ground ball left side, hot corner. Oh, wow. Latham avoids what could have been a tag over there at third base, but Hoskins goes to Reyes for out number 2.
It would have been interesting to see Jarrell break on that ball. Mm-hmm. I think that would have put a ton of pressure on Hoskins there, and he would have had to make a nice, solid throw to Ewald to retire Latham. That would have been interesting. I would have liked to see him break on the contact and see what happened.
I suppose maybe if it didn't go straight down the line at maybe if it made him move a little bit, sure. Yeah. But, definitely a tough call, and little dance and tiptoe action to get back to third.
Yeah, it was hit quick, and it was something you were going to have to make a decision on the blink of an eye.
And that's a good call. He didn't get held up between the bags.
Yeah.
Immediately just tried to get back to third.
No, it definitely was.
Newson at the dish, waiting for his first pitch. Gets a strike on the outside corner, and now with 2 down, Ramirez a little bit more control. You can pretty much avoid or not worry about the base runners.
Yeah.
But focusing on Newson, not an easy task.
Oh, not at all. Like I said, maybe the best contact hitter in the lineup. But give Chris Ramirez some credit. Like I said, he's definitely battled back after allowing the first 2 Coyotes to reach base. He's really buckled down.
Breaking ball gets him swinging at air.
That breaking ball has been nasty.
Yeah.
That looks similar to the one Jordan Hand swung over the top of here for the first out in the inning. And, it looks like Ramirez is breaking that thing off pretty filthy.
Runners on second and third. Newsom with the 0-2 count. Breaking ball waited on it once again. Puts it foul.
Nice job by Drew there to even make contact and spoil a really good pitch from Ramirez. 0-2 count. You're going to see Drew with some defensive swings, but like I said, he's the kind of guy that if you give him a mistake, I mean, he'll put it in the outfield, and a base hit anywhere in the outfield has a really good probability of scoring 2 runs here for the Coyotes. So let's see if Drew can clutch up.
0-2 misses. Looking to get some 2-out magic, and honestly, I lost track of Ramirez's pitch count. He's got to be. Yeah, I was going to say he's got to be up in the 60s, and getting word that he is at 67 pitches. Nobody in the Spartan bullpen, so it's still all Ramirez.
Yeah, 67 pitches. You do the math there. It's a little over 22 an inning. I mean, that's not going to get it done. That's not going to get Ramirez too deep into this game.
There's one fouled off. And what, Scherzer threw 77 in his 9 innings or whatever?
Oh, my gosh. That guy was absolutely ridiculous yesterday. Of course, tying the Major League record with 20 strikeouts in a 9-inning.
My buddy's a Nationals fan. He went nuts.
Oh, my goodness. I could imagine. That would have been great to watch. You never know when you're watching something historic like that until you're probably, well into it. But what an amazing performance by Max Scherzer.
And here, another good performance from Newsom. He keeps fouling him off, searching for his pitch. And another York sighting.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Nats fan. I mean, they just signed Steven Strasburg, avoided him going to free agency. I'm sure you were hoping he would come home and maybe grace your Padres with his presence, but decided to re-up, stay in D.C. here. A heck of a pitching staff, and like I said, him and Max Scherzer is dynamite at 1-2 that exists in the major leagues. So.
And that one popped up. That one's gonna get over the net. Thankfully for Newsom.
And nice job by Drew up there. I mean, it was an 0-2 count. He's fighting up there. He's fouling off good pitches. He's spoiling Ramirez's best breaking stuff here and just hoping to get a mistake. 1-2 count here, but Drew's really, really settled in at this at-bat here, and he's making Ramirez work. But to the lefty's credit, he hasn't allowed a run here in the inning. And if he's able to get out of here unscathed after allowing the first 2 runners on base, it's going to be a good feather in his cap.
This is a battle that both of them desperately need to win.
Yeah. Big spot here in this game.
1-2 again. Fouled off again. Wow, this is incredible. No wonder we've seen York twice.
Yeah, right.
So many foul balls. Umpire calling for more.
Yeah. Emptying the ball bucket over there. Here's Mikey York throwing in fresh balls. Drew Newsom giving some fans some souvenirs.
Let's see. Ramirez back in. He's probably at 71, 72 now.
Yeah. And it's hot out there, Like
and he's wearing black.
Yeah.
Wearing the darkest clothing possible.
It's a warm day, high noon here in southern Nevada.
And there's one. Look at that. Newsom sees that one. Barely missed him, but getting a ball nonetheless. Fouled off 3-4 in a row. Gets it now with a 2-2 count, 2 down and 2 on.
Yeah, Drew Newsom, like I said, fighting his way back from the depths here. Like I said, we're probably 7-8 pitches here deep on this at bat. So Drew Newsom doing his job and looking to put one in the outfield for his Coyotes.
There was a shot, exactly what you called right there. Shot in the left field. 1 run will come around as Latham touches home, and what a battle. Goes the way of Drew Newsom, makes it 5-1 Coyotes.
It's just so typical of Drew. Those are exactly the kind of at-bats he works here. Second RBI of the day, of course, was credited with the RBI in the first inning on the ground out. Drew Newsom just spoiling great pitches from Ramirez to finally get a mistake. When he doesn't miss it, puts it in left field. Just like that, Coyotes up 5-1 here in the bottom of the third.
And wow, what a momentum changer right there. Honestly, because if that one went Ramirez's way, boom, they go grab the bats, and who knows. But here he is now having to face Jared Perns, throwing one in the dirt.
Oh, yeah, Perns a very hot bat. And, yeah, it's got to be demoralizing a little bit for Ramirez on the mound.
Tough.
He was 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. I'm sure he thought he made that pitch a couple times in that at-bat to Drew Newsom. He just spoiled him off, fouled him away, and next thing you know, boom.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's thinking, "It's like, what do I got to do to get it past, to get it by this guy?
How can I get this guy?
I literally can't get in the glove of Ewald with this guy at the dish."
And there was just Ramirez broke off some great pitches. Drew just fought him off, sawed him off, kept fouling him, working, and here you go. Jared Perns here has a chance to really open this up for the Coyotes if he could find a gap.
That one hits that outside corner when Ramirez needs a strike. It's that outside corner that gives it to him.
Yep.
1-2 count once again, and
give him credit. I mean, he's been able to own that outside corner when he, like you said, when he needs a strike, when he needs to go there, it's there, and the umpire's rewarding his consistency with strikes.
1-2, fouled off, and Perns looking to battle as well.
Oh yeah, and Jared Perns, like I said, batting .345 on the season. This guy's no stranger to big hits, 49 of them on the year, 24 ribs. 3 home runs, so he's definitely got some long ball potential as well. If Jared Perns is able to get under one, he can lift it over that left field wall with some ease.
Ramirez shook off the first sign. Newsom's going to go. He's swinging on a miss. He's going to have to complete the out. He does. 3 outs. but not after Newson's RBI single puts another one up on the board as Coyotes lead 5-1, headed to the fourth. Drew Newson showing off the arm once again in between outings. Had an excellent job. Got that RBI single. Puts the gear on. Now he's going to be behind the dish working with Jones. And their first batter that they will collaborate against will be number 21, Sergio Reyes, here in the top of the fourth.
And A.J. Jones with 47 pitches here as he heads to the top of the fourth inning. Very economical here. And, of course, the dream for Coach Garitano is to have A.J. Jones continue along, cruise along, keep adding runs, and see if you can get this done with maybe just one or two arms.
Hot corner. That one did land fair. First pitch. All Reyes needs. He's going to round first. Finally, ball picked up by Long out there and left, and a leadoff double for Sergio Reyes.
Wow, that ball was
quick
smoked.
Statement. Yeah, I don't. Well, Wiggins over there didn't even move.
Yeah,
he couldn't. He didn't have enough time to move.
Yeah, well, he hit it so hard. I mean, that ball didn't even have time to go foul. I mean, it's just on a rope, gets into the left field corner like off two hops. I mean, it literally bounced, skipped, and it was in the corner there. Ball smoked by Sergio Reyes, and the Spartans looking to answer here in the top of the fourth as they trail 5-1, but have the leadoff runner on second base.
And now you got Corey Ewald at the dish. Runner on second. Spartans looking to come back into this one.
Ewald, of course, was retired by a great play by
Lays down the bunt. Stays fair. And Jones not able to handle it. Runners on the corners. And CNCC stoked as they got their first two on with nobody down.
Yeah, it's just a tough luck play by A.J. Jones. Of course, he was looking to barehand it, come up in one motion and fire to Brody Westmoreland. Not able to catch the spinning baseball. Dev spinning on the grass there. It's tough to grasp, and all it takes is one bobble there. Just like that. Go E1 on Ewald. And now Spartans got something cooking here for shortstop Taylor Wright. Strikeout victim his last plate appearance. He's got Spartans on the corners here with nobody out. Looking to get his team back in the ball game.
And a lefty nonetheless. Another bunt could be called, and might be interesting if it does. Honestly, and then you get one run across and you negate the Coyotes' last inning.
Exactly.
Breaking ball gets through the zone from Jones. Runners on the corners. We'll see situational play from the Coyotes in case Wright over there, or Ewald over there, decides to take off.
Yeah. I wonder if they would send Ewald. I doubt Drew would throw through, but you never know. They could have a cutoff play, or when the middle infielders comes up, cuts a ball off from Drew and fires back home. So
Wright able to foul that one off.
See a couple scenarios unfolding here. Right now with the 0-2 count, seems to handle the bat fairly well. The shortstop on the season is a .311 hitter. Does have 50 hits here, makes pretty decent contact. So you would think I don't know if his coach or manager called on him to throw a bunt down or do something like that. He may be able to get it down even with two strikes. We'll see what he has in store.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. He's got another K in store, does Jones, as the first out is recorded, and now a double play opportunity presents itself to get out of this inning.
AJ now with a 5 spot in the strikeout category here. Definitely throwing a crisp heater after that first inning. It was a little flat, and then he's really adjusted a little bit. Like I said, A.J. Jones, of course, also leading the Coyotes in strikeouts. Came into this tournament with 68, so now 73 on this season. Fantastic campaign for the future Long Beach State Dirtbagger.
First pitch misses above the zone against Hoskins.
Said A.J. Jones only defeated one time this year, 3.74 ERA, leading the team in innings pitched. Like I said, he's definitely been the horse for this CSN pitching staff.
That one gets away from Newsom a little bit. Appeal down to first to see if the batter swung. Does not seem like he did. 2-0 count. One down, 2-1.
I feel like AJ and Mikey York make a very dangerous 1-2 punch at the top of any pitching rotation here. Anytime you can throw those guys back to back, you got to feel great about your chances.
Now it misses outside, and Jones having trouble locating here against Hoskins, just trying to induce a ground ball.
Yeah. And Hoskins, like I said, we've seen him strike out. He struck out 3 times in his previous game. He's a free swinger. If you even put it close to the plate, he's going to attack. Like I said, he's definitely a guy who will go after some balls. So AJ, uncharacteristically behind 3.
There's a shot up the left side. An excellent RBI single right there. He's going to round second instead, or round first. Play at third.
Out.
Not able to touch him. Wow, so there you go. Well, it turned into a base hit, makes it a double. Runners on second and third, and now the Spartans cut in to the lead, only down by 3.
Yeah, Lou McCollum there, aggressive with his base runners the entire way, paid off as they do advance the runners to second and third here. And just like that, Brady Hoskins does what a good hitter's supposed to do, gets ahead in the count, finds a pitch he can handle, puts it in the outfield, and that's going to bring a visit from pitching coach Brian Gidge to the mound. Just to maybe talk a little strategy with AJ here. Get him back on track. I don't see anybody warming up in the CSN bullpen. It'd be way too early for that. So,
and either bullpen, if anything.
Yeah, this is AJ's game all the way here. He said Gidge probably just wants to get his righty back on track. Talk a little pitch strategy, maybe.
Tough call, but and then just like that, this is what the Spartans need. A couple things to go their way. Jones to miss at least 1 or 2 pitches so they can take advantage of it, and now they're one swing of the bat from only a 1-run deficit.
Yeah, and you made a great point. They've canceled out the run the Coyotes added in the bottom half of the third inning already here, playing with house money, if you will, with 1 out, runners on second and third. If they could even get another runner home, they flip the pressure back onto CSN. It's a 2-run ball game, and like I said, that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is Colorado Northwestern plates a run or 2 and is right back in this ball game.
Keaton Turner at the ditch, looking to keep it going for his Spartans. Corner infield is playing on the grass.
Left fielder
fouled off right side.
Victim his first time up.
Yeah, exactly. And if anything, Hoskins redeems himself for striking out in the second inning as well.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, great piece of hitting by Hoskins. Get ahead in the count, find a pitch you can handle, and put a good swing on it. That's exactly what he did.
0-1 pitch on the way. Showing bunt, squeezing it. Definitely going to play. Jones going to go over to first instead, get that out. But Ewald does touch home, make it 3-5. Still in favor of CSN. And 2 down, runner on third.
And give Keaton Turner all the credit in the world there to handle that ball and get that bunt down. It wasn't an easy pitch to bunt. Definitely wasn't an easy one to get on the ground. He did it. Suicide squeeze here. Lou McCollum rolling the dice, and it pays off. Keaton Turner with the sacrifice. RBI.
And there you go. Now you're only down by 2 for Christopher Haynes.
Well, and that's an unsung part of baseball, Devin. We always say manufacturing runs, doing what you need to do to give your team a shot in the arm, give them a chance. That was a great baseball. Like I said, great execution from the hitter, the runner, everybody all across. Give McCollum some credit. They're always keeping the pressure on the opposing team here. So AJ looking to get out of this inning here. Only 2 runs up now instead of 4.
And it's not like they're trying to take back the lead now. They're just cutting into it.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you're doing here. It's the 4th inning of a 9-inning game. I mean, you got plenty of time. A.J. Jones here just needs to settle back in, find his groove. Brian Gidge probably had a couple words of encouragement, say, A.J., you can handle this, go get him. But it just takes one hit like that, something to shake up a pitcher. So let's see if A.J. can refocus. Runner on third.
Ooh, tried the outside, tried to get a little Ramirez magic, get that final strike called. Did not, and he has a 1-2 count with 2 down and 1 on.
1-2 count here. You almost feel like AJ might just want to overpower Haynes here and try to blow a fastball by him.
Try the breaking ball for the outside. Try to get him just swinging at it. Did not. 2-2 with 2 down.
Yeah, AJ, like I said, visibly a little bit, I wouldn't say shaken, just a little bit upset. What's transpired here this inning, a 2 spot, but if he can get out of it.
Throwing 3 balls in a row isn't going to help him out.
See, just his body language on the mound, he's a little upset with his lack of consistency locating the pitch, if you will. But like I said, that's the mark of a great pitcher. You can be good and throw when everything's going well, but a great pitcher can adjust on the fly.
And Haynes able to foul that one off. That was the 3rd strike. Staying alive at the dish. And A.J. Jones would love to sit down after this batter.
Yeah.
Because then you got to go top of the order and Zach Hoffman.
It's hot out there, too, seriously. It's got to be.
There you go. Paints that outside corner. Strike 3 is called. But Colorado Northwestern does add 2 more runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Still trailing by 2. Ramirez still up on the bump for CNCC. And the first batter he will face will be number 2, Jay Martz.
Jay Martz steps into the box here, was retired in his first plate appearance, F7. Batters will go 8-9-1. Martz will be followed by left fielder Tyler Long, and then back to the top of the order with Dylan Johnson.
A little bit of deja vu with Martz leading off again. First pitch in the dirt.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a little bit of deja vu, just like the second inning here. That was actually the best inning for Chris Ramirez. He was able to take the Coyotes down very quickly, get his team back in the box. Otherwise, he is labored out there on the bump.
If I remember correctly, it was only 2 pitches to get him to fly out into the outfield, and there you go.
Carbon copy, except
Hoffman,
this one went to center instead of left.
There you go. And then, Mart's only seen 4 pitches and 2 flyouts, and that'll bring up number 12, Tyler Long.
Tyler Long did have a productive at-bat, even though he was retired 3 unassisted by the first baseman. Like I said, he made Ramirez work a little bit, throw some pitches, and like I said, sometimes you can win an at-bat just by making the pitcher work a little bit. Let's see what Long has in store his second time around.
Still nobody in the Spartan bullpen.
Now, you got to think this game belongs to Ramirez and Jones.
That one goes a little low.
Unless, like I said, you see some serious trouble or a hiccup in the road for either of them. But we're in the bottom of the 4th here. Wouldn't be shocked to see these 2 starters go at least another 2 or 3 innings apiece.
Especially with the game as close as it is.
Yeah.
1-0. 1-1.
Well, like we always talk about, a tournament like this is a war of attrition. Any arms you can save, you never know. I mean, you might need a Nate Bennett-type performance like we got last year. A guy came out of the bullpen throwing strikes, saving us in an elimination game. So
another one fouled off.
These tournaments can get tricky. Like I said, if you can win here, you stay in control, stay in the winner's bracket. You'll play a semifinal game tomorrow, and then if you win that game, you get to Saturday. Like I said, that's the ideal scenario for Coach Garritano. He said we want to get to Saturday needing to lose twice to lose the Region 18 tournament. That's the goal, and win here will go a long way towards getting them toward there.
1-2 misses inside for Ramirez.
Wanted that pitch, and that was a good
so
pitch.
So Ewald behind the dish.
Yeah, it was a good-looking pitch, honestly. I mean, I thought that was going to be strike 3 there. Tyler Long, very fortunate he wasn't rung up there. And as we move forward here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away.
It's a small zone, 2-2. Taken into left field.
Oh.
Excellent shot, but Turner sitting down under it. And out number 2 is recorded.
And Turner able to
look
glove
good
that
coming off the
fairly
bat.
easily. Yeah, absolutely. It did. Sounded good, too. Got a little bit of a breeze blowing here. Nothing too crazy.
Takes us back to the top of the order. And number 32, Dylan Johnson, 0-1 on the day. Ground out and a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, DJ touching home as he usually does. A Coyote leadoff hitter batting .344 on the season. Great stuff out of your leadoff batter.
That one's taken foul on the right side.
Yeah, it's so nice. I mean, replacing a CSN legend, a real star here for us in Tyler Brown.
Yeah.
I wondered what kind of hole, what kind of void he would leave at second base. But honestly, Dylan Johnson, since he freshman from Silverado High School came in, hit the ground running. I mean,
No sweat.
you hardly notice Tyler missing. You know, that's crazy to say.
Every time Tyler Brown's name gets mentioned, I got to mention the Tyler Brown. 6 for 6, all singles. Craziest game at the bat I've ever seen.
Drop the mic.
0-2 rings him up.
Oh, DJ
and
unhappy
Ramirez
there.
making a statement,
Wow.
retiring Dylan Johnson. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th, and leading off for the Spartans will be number 13, Zach Hoffman, leadoff man. 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a ground out. And Jones still up on the bump for the Coyotes. First pitch on the way. Showing bunt, pulls it back, called ball.
And A.J. Jones. Oh, big inning here for A.J. Jones. He needs to match Christopher Ramirez, putting a 0 up here. And like I said, Chris Ramirez seems to be getting stronger as this game goes along.
That one hits the zone, and we've seen that actually a couple times from visiting pitchers. Get a little shell-shocked first, second inning, but then really dial in.
Yeah, absolutely we have. And like I said, we saw that from Ryan Beard from CSI.
There you go.
Remember, too, that weekend. He pitched very, very well in a loss.
1-1 gets fouled off.
So that's a good point. I think, too, you know, this tournament, it's a lot to take in at first. Come in here, Colorado Northwestern has the benefit of having a game under their belt. CSN's playing their first game of the tournament. Naturally, you're going to have a little bit of butterflies, just a little bit of nervous energy, if you will. You know, and any player is going to admit to that.
That one goes in the dirt, 2-2, and you know, essentially both of these teams are undefeated.
Yeah.
And so in a double elimination, dropping one is definitely not one either one I want to see, especially knowing that you're going to have to play tonight if you drop this one.
Yeah,
so you can go home tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, you want to just avoid getting in the losers bracket part because there's extended gameplay. There's going to be more wear and tear on your arms, and you're just going to have to. It's going to be a real uphill battle to get back to that championship game on Saturday.
Another Mikey York cameo. Full count pitch on the way to Hoffman.
The winner of this game will be in the driver's seat, though, for sure. So whether it be CSN or Colorado Northwestern, the winner of this game here is going to have the absolute inside track, too, getting to Saturday in that championship game. And like I said, if it happens to be Colorado Northwestern, I mean, can you imagine how giddy this team will be with an upset of the top seed in the tournament first time out?
There's a shot in the center field. bounce, one hop, two hop into Latham's glove, and a leadoff single for the Spartans. This is how they do it. This is how you get back in it, you know. One pitch at a time, one at bat, and just make it happen.
Yeah, and the top of this lineup is feisty. Like I said, Zach Hoffman there with his second single of the day. Tanner Nislanik here has maybe had two of the best at-bats I've seen off A.J. Jones all afternoon, working 2 walks. And like I said, it just seems like he's seeing the ball fantastic out of A.J.'s hands. So A.J. has his work cut out for him here. Spartans had the leadoff runner on for the second consecutive inning. Last inning, it did result in 2 runs for the visitors from Colorado.
Showing bunt, pulls it back, called strike against him. Keep an eye on that one from the lefty. And, you know, with another lefty on deck, that bunt can happen at any moment.
Yeah, and Nislanik, like I said, literally 358 hitter, handles the bat very well. He can lay down a bunt. He's got some speed. I mean, I've seen him do a few very, very good things with the bat here, and not necessarily power-wise. Like I said, there he goes, showing bunt again.
Looks like he tried to lay it down, called strike against him. No contact made on that breaking ball.
And no movement from Zach Hoffman. You wonder if Hoffman is going to get the green light or if it's one of those plays they practice where as soon as the contact's made, Hoffman will break. You never know. But either way, Nislanik probably looking to get his leadoff man over to second base, and if he can, maybe beat out an infield hit.
0-2 pitch, showing bunt. Pulls it back. Did he go? Did not, says the third base umpire.
That was close.
Very close.
Like
if anything, he followed the ball right in front of it.
Yep. 1-2 count here. A.J. Jones looking for a put-away pitch here on Tanner Nislanik. Arguably the most dangerous bat in the Spartan lineup today and every day. Said nearly batting 360 on the year.
Going over to first. Good way to throw off Nislanik's timing.
Yeah, definitely. He said A.J. Jones.
You got Wiggins over there at third base as well, looking to crash in if that bunt is laid down. Well, then here Jones, as he throw the breaking ball, he goes over to first again. But do you throw the breaking ball, try to get him to pop it up, or burn him with the heat?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I'd say maybe waste a pitch, but here I think you just go right after him. I say burn him with the heat here. Challenge him, see if Nislanik's up to the challenge.
Goes outside, maybe exactly wasting a pitch.
Yeah.
See if he can get him fishing.
Yeah.
2-2 count instead.
Yeah, this right fielder's pretty slick, though. Like I said, he doesn't chase many pitches out of the zone. Really, really solid baseball player here. Good approach at the plate. Like I said, he's a good contact hitter. So now A.J. Jones here, 2-2 count. You don't want to go full. You don't want to get too cute here. You want to make a really, really solid pitch. Make your pitch right here at 2-2 and see if you can put Nislanik in the dugout.
A little bit of catch with Westmoreland over there at first. Keeps Hoffman honest. And he's going to get the signs again from Newsom.
Jones looking in here. Nice afternoon crowd here for game one here. We had a great turnout for the entire tournament, day one of the entire tournament. Whoa.
Tried the backdoor breaking ball. Does not go his way. Full count pitch about to come from Jones.
Oh, and A.J. walking off the mound there. He was not happy with that call, to say the least. But like I said, nice crowds we've had out here. We had some lively crowds. Fans of all 6 Scenic West Athletic Conference teams showing their support and pride for their college.
Full count pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball right side. Knocked down by Westmoreland. Excellent job over there at first. Get the hard hopper into his glove for out number 1.
3 unassisted there for Brody Westmoreland to retire Tanner Nislanik, a very feisty hitter, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Taylor Riding.
Credit to Nislanik for making Jones throw extra pitches.
Yeah,
and
then he did
what
he was thinking of doing with the bunt anyways. Pulled it over to the right-hand side, got Brody to go down, grab the ball. By that time, leadoff runner is on second, so Zach Hoffman in scoring position with only 1 away.
Riding at the dish, sees the first pitch, get called strike against him.
See Hoffman bluffed at third there. His secondary lead got him pretty much even with shortstop Jay Martz. Got to keep an eye on Zach Hoffman. Like I said, you never know if CNCC is going to be willing to roll the dice and try to swipe a bag here.
0-1 on the way from Jones. Ground ball right side going foul. And knocked down by somebody in the dugout. They're sticking a hand out for it. In the bullpen for the Coyotes now which, of course, exactly who you would expect to be in the bullpen. Game 1, needing somebody. Left-handed number 37, Ben Cutting.
There he is. Ben Cutting has been an excellent lefty out of the pen. I was asking Coach Garrettano, we were talking about it too the last time we had a homestand. We're asking if Ben Cutting's turning into this season's Kyle Brown.
Yeah.
The most dependable lefty arm out of the pen that you can rely on to come in and get a couple key outs or pitch a few key innings for the team. And Coach Garrettano said he had rave reviews for Ben Cutting, said he's really, really made a ton of positive strides since the beginning of the year.
Ground ball right side. Johnson picks it up, tosses it over to the tall Westmoreland. Needed to be tall on that one for out number 2.
Needed every inch of that frame, did Brody Westmoreland as he stretched out for that ball. 4-3 in your books. His DJ comes a little high with the throw, but no harm, no foul as we record the second out here, top half of the second. And A.J. Jones looking to record a key out here, strand that runner on third. That runner being Zach Hoffman, reached with a leadoff single this inning.
And you got Ramirez. Last time he was up, saw one pitch, took it down the line.
Oh, he ripped
There's a shot in the left field. Excellent shot. Long still chasing on it. Jumps up and grabs it. One excellent shot deep in the hole. Right in front of the True Financial and Benefits side of the 375 marker. Records that final out. Tip of the cat from A.J. Jones as they will retain their 2-run lead headed to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom 5. Coyotes still up by 2, barely, from an excellent stab from Tyler Long out there in left field. Keeps it to a 2-run lead for the left-handed Jarrell Latham. And Ramirez still up on the bump. Nobody in his bullpen. It's all him right now. First pitch on the way. Gets on through the zone for strike 1.
And as you alluded to earlier, Devin, seems like Ramirez is getting a little bit stronger as the game goes on. We've seen this with a few opposing pitchers here as they've settled into a groove. Let's hope Latham can shake that up here. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Coyotes.
Big hack right there from the lefty. Makes it 0-2.
Wiggins in hand will follow Jarrell Latham. 4-3, his first plate appearance. Walked the second time around.
Hits have slowed down for the Coyotes. 4 hits total. That one misses outside.
1 ball and 2 strikes here. Jarrell looking to get on base any way he can. Like I said, he's a threat to swipe a bag or two. Just needs to get on base to do it. 1-2 count. Let's see what he has in store.
Ooh, that one looks like it hit off the plate, came up and hit the umpire in the chin.
Right in the mask or the chin, yeah. Gabe Gonzalez making a cameo here, coming out grabbing a ball. Sure we'll see Gabe later in this tournament here. Like I said, it's a nice luxury to have A.J. Jones, Mikey York, feature ASU Sun Devil, and Gabe Gonzalez as your top starters here.
2-2 on the way. High and out, brings the count full.
Nice job by Latham here as he worked the count from 1-2 to 3-2. Really getting things going here. And like I said, this is one of the most impressive things from this team that they've done consistently. Like I said, they've worked.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Latham. Big hack at that full count pitch and heading back to the dugout. And now we get to see Blake Wiggins go for his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, and Blake Wiggins here, halfway to the cycle, as you would say, Devin. RBI triple his first at bat. Single his second time up. So Blake Wiggins is seeing the ball very well out of the hands of Chris Ramirez. And if he's not careful here, Blake Wiggins might be hunting a fastball early, might try to put a charge into one.
Haven't seen a hit from the Coyotes since the third inning. That was a 2-out single from Newsom, and everybody's been retired in order since.
Wow.
First pitch right there gets on through the zone. And a second strikeout in a row going back to the last inning for Ramirez, as he has 4 total.
Yeah, and as the Coyotes lineup goes here, you almost want to take that personally. He's retired everybody since. You want to shake it up, get a hit, get on base, and get the rally. It only takes a spark to ignite a fire here, so get the rally started once again. You gotta think 5 runs, a 2-run lead is hardly safe in this game. We're only in the 5th inning here. You want to continue to add runs on and keep the pressure on the Spartans.
Yeah, you're not counting outs yet.
Not at all.
One count, swung on and missed.
We're still in the midst of this game. Anything can happen. Like I said, yeah, you're not even feeling great with a 2-run lead, honestly. I mean, obviously you want to be winning. You don't want to be the team facing the deficit, but 5-run lead, there's a ton of pressure there. And like I said, Ramirez looks good. He looks like he's settled into a groove.
1-2. Fouled off. Wiggins playing protect.
Yeah, definitely. Ramirez doing a great job of getting ahead of Jarrell Latham 1-2 here, although he was able to work the count back to 3-2. Now ahead 1-2 on Wiggins. And he's got Jordan Hand in the on-deck circle. Hand has had mixed results today against the Spartan lefty with a walk and a strikeout.
Next pitch. Waited on that breaking ball. Waited a little too long. Swung on and missed for out number 2. And now that's 5 strikeouts total, 3 in a row for Ramirez.
Wow, Ramirez here, including the one he retired Dylan Johnson on, was a backwards K. Caught DJ looking. Jarrell Latham and Blake Wiggins swinging over the top of those balls. And Jordan Hand was a strikeout victim his last plate appearance here, swinging at a similar breaking ball.
Ramirez exactly getting stronger as he moves on. First pitch on the way. Hits that outside corner, as he has all game for strike 1.
Yeah, that's been kind of his go-to spot. Like you said, when he needs to make a pitch, when he needs to get it over, it's that outside corner. And credit Ramirez. Like I said, he's been consistent hitting that part of the plate, and he's getting the call.
Next pitch misses a little low. 1-1 count, 2 down.
And you just see the confidence in Ramirez. I mean, he gets a ball back from Ewald. He's ready to throw it again. In the first inning, he's moving around.
He knows where he's going
a little bit. Yeah. He said now he's definitely dialed in with his catcher. And he said that's when you know a pitcher's in his zone, is when he's just playing catch.
Another pitch on through the zone. 86-mile-an-hour heater. Makes it a 1-2 count. And once again, the Coyotes in fear of a 3-up, 3-down once again.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want here. Like I said, AJ sitting in the dugout here, let your pitcher get some shade and some rest. And
there's one in the dirt.
It's been a quick inning so far for Christopher Ramirez.
Still got Cutting in the bullpen. He's sitting down right now, not throwing around, not tossing it. No need to yet, but just in case, he's already standing over there.
Yeah, it seems like he's hopefully warm. Maybe just needs a couple more tosses to come in, but this is still AJ's game. Fully expect him to come out for the 6th inning, and depending on how he does there, maybe even the 7th.
2-2. Fouled off.
Nice job of Hand playing protect up there on a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning here.
Mikey York, the foul ball guy, going to get another one.
Mikey York and Gabe alternating that task here. Seeing both of them make an appearance.
2-2 with 2 down. Ramirez looking to get another one. Got some, rung him up right there. Wow, 3 up, 3 down for the Coyotes as we head to the 6th, still up by 2. Corey Ewald leading off the Spartans here in the top half of the 6th inning.
And the Spartans got a big shot in the arm after Chris Ramirez was able to set down the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Coyote lineup, 1, 2, 3. A.J. Jones back out looking to match zeros with his counterpart. 6th inning of work for number 27 as he comes set to deliver to Corey Ewald.
That was a shot in the center field. That's my drop in front of Latham. Latham laying out for it. Makes the catch.
Man, the speed Jarrell has, it allows him. He was fooled on that ball. He didn't he didn't aggressively charge it. He kind of stepped back, had the makeup speed to go get that ball. And Jarrell Latham, what a luxury to have a defender like him. We had so many issues last year in the outfield, if you remember. I mean, we had, Gerald Robbins. We had some questionable outfielders out there making those plays. Kenny Meimersdorf was really good, but like I said, Jarrell Latham, he adds a whole other dimension defensively to this Coyote team.
And definitely what Jones needs is right there. Almost give up a leadoff bloop single, and Latham makes the play. Now you got one down, 0-1 count.
Yeah,
here,
absolutely.
I guess another 1-1 count now.
Yeah, but a little pick-me-up from his center fielder.
Right.
Like I said, A.J. Jones has had 2 fantastic plays made by his outfielders, one by Jarrell Latham, and, of course, the run-saving play by Tyler Long to end the last inning. So
1-1 count makes it 2-1 against Taylor Wright, who's already struck out twice today.
Yep, and anytime your defense is working behind you like that, just gives you all the confidence in the world as a pitcher to throw any pitch in any count, and that's exactly what you need to do to be your most effective. So A.J. Jones, like I said, needs to tip his cap to his outfielders today. They're playing some great defense all around. Taylor Wright looking to avoid being a strikeout victim for a 3rd consecutive plate appearance here.
3-1. Ground ball right side. Tough play for Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Westmoreland in time for out number 2. What a play.
Cue the Sports Center music here. DJ robs a base hit from Taylor Wright. 4-3 in your books. But, folks, that does not do the play justice. Shiny defense out there from freshman Dylan Johnson. Like I said, my goodness.
Hard shot. Comes up with it. Now you got 2 down, and Jones must be like,
A.J.
Wow.
Jones has to be, he's living a charmed life. He might have brought the rabbit's foot out in his back pocket here this inning.
And then to throw an inside breaking ball here against the righty Hoskins.
I was just going to say, as we say that, he just broke off one of the filthiest pitches I've seen him throw all game.
There you go, 0-1. Tried it again, popped
A.J.
it up.
living right here. It should be a 1-2-3
Who's going to call for it? It's going to be Johnson or going to be Burns? Johnson or Burns? It drops.
It
drops, and they got him between the bags. Wow, what a play. Wow, that was insane. Johnson and Burns miscommunicated on it. Drops right in front of Burns. And unfortunately, Hoskins took a little too far around first. Burns throws it to Westmoreland, tags him, 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th, what a game.
Crazy inning, what a game. I mean, we still have 3 innings left. Buckle up, folks. Coyotes lead 5-3 here as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
All right, well, Jones needing a 3 up, 3 down inning gets exactly that. And definitely a couple fantastic plays. And the last one, definitely an unusual one.
Yeah.
But outs nonetheless as we welcome back Brody Westmoreland to the dish. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a RBI triple to his name.
Yeah, Jones goes 1-2-3, not the way you would draw it up, but a 1-2-3 innings, a 1-2-3 inning. You're going to take it any way you can. First pitch from Ramirez to Westmoreland, taking low for ball 1.
1-0 count. Coyotes still leading by 2 here in the 6th. Ramirez dialed in, looking. Hits that outside corner. That's literally it. If he's throwing outside, it's going to hit the corner. It's going to get called strike.
And Westmoreland, the man of the afternoon, had probably the best bat off Chris Ramirez when he went opposite field to the right center field gap for a 2 RBI triple.
That one gets fouled off. Good hack at it.
Like I said, when this guy's barrel finds the ball, it does some damage here. Brody Westmoreland, just the way the ball just seems to fly off his bat. It's amazing the kind of solid contact he makes for as much power as he produces and supplies. Like I said, your team home run leader is rarely a guy batting .371.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses on the inner half.
So impressed with Westmoreland here. And a few of these Coyotes, Westmoreland planning on attending University of Central Florida next year. The Knights would be happy to get him, but the major leagues may also be looking to get him as well, as Brody's a candidate to be drafted, of course.
2-2. There's a deep shot in the left center field. That ball's gone. I'm not even worried about
that's
it.
A souvenir there.
I don't have to worry about that one. Hey, there's something for the construction workers out there.
Yeah.
Wow, excellent towering shot. Lead off home run for number 17, Brody Westmoreland.
Oh, Brody Westmoreland deciding to help us out and do a little yard work around Moore Stadium here today, and much needed here. The Coyotes have been starved for runs since the 4 spot in the bottom of the first inning. Brody Westmoreland, 2 of the best at bats off Chris Ramirez all day. Just a smoke triple to the right center field gap, and that moonshot, I don't think that's landed yet, Devin.
No, I mean, and as you said, you alluded that he could go majors, and every time you're playing, you're making tape.
Yes.
You're making some film, and they're going to look at that one.
Well, like I said, the way the ball just leaves his
clean.
bat just sounds. My goodness. I mean, this guy gets the bat head through the zone as quick as anybody at the junior college level.
That's what I said. I didn't even have to worry about it. I had that ball. That ball's gone.
Well, even the fielders. I mean, you seen them look up, and it took 2 steps one way, and it's like, that's landed in someone's pool. So don't worry about trying to waste your energy going to see where that ball landed. Chris Ramirez here is probably a little bit shaken up on the mound, as that ball was a rocket shot out of here. And like I said, clear conditions give this Coyote lineup an opportunity to hit in fair weather. And watch out. These are wood bats, Devin.
Yeah.
By the way. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, it's not. There's no little extra pop onto them. You really got to get into it.
Well, you just got to imagine, just think what kind of numbers these Coyotes would be putting up with composite bats. Like I said, already batting .330 as a team on the year. That's unheard of. And then, like I said, if they were able to swing the composite here, I mean, you might have 2 or 3 players with 20-plus home runs. And
pretty much on cue, what we expected. Double barrel action going in the Spartan bullpen. You got 2 of them running around at the moment. I can only see Caden Hardcastle, another one hiding behind the palm trees, but it is another lefty, so I would imagine it might be Ashton Montoya.
Yeah, and Christopher Ramirez has to be in the triple digits or close to as far as his pitch count. 110, so he's...
Next one, swing and a miss, strike 2 from Newson.
Absolutely surpassed that number here. So, yeah, it's got to be a danger zone for him if he's not able to right the ship here, so to speak. I mean, Drew Newson I wouldn't say his last batter of the afternoon, but the leash is getting shorter.
2-2 on the way, especially gets a hit here. Or possibly walks, bringing the count full.
Yep. Nothing worse than giving up a long ball and then the next batter here just grinding out in a bat, as Drew Newson is famous for here. Like I said, one of the toughest outs in the Coyote lineup, a lineup of very tough outs. So.
And we've already seen a long battle between these two, and looks like we're settling in for another one. Yeah. Full count pitch on the way.
And Drew Newson more than capable of getting under one here, lifting one over that left field wall as well. We've seen it plenty of times here. Drew's got that kind of pop, so don't think you're going to sneak a fastball by him here. He could turn on that in a second.
Oh, we'll see where Ramirez decides to go. Settling in, full count pitch. Ground ball left side. Hard one under the glove of right all the way into left center field. Hoffman going to pick it up. Newson rounds first, heading back to first. And there is a single for Drew Newson.
Yeah, Chris Ramirez trying to sneak that on the inside half to Drew Newson. He's having none of that here. Got the barrel of the bat out way in advance here. Hit a smoke shot to the shortstop area. And this is it.
That should do it. And, a lot of credit to Ramirez making it 5 full innings, and then solo shot followed by a single. It possibly could have been picked up by Wright. on that little ground ball.
Yeah,
but either way,
it is what it was. It was
a
hard hit ball by Drew Newsom, and the sixth inning is going to be the demise for Christopher Ramirez. But let's not forget here, CNCC, of course, playing in the winners bracket. So even if they do lose this game to the Coyotes, you got to expect pull Chris Ramirez now, save his arm, and get him out there for a do or die elimination game tomorrow or down the road. And well, like I said, it looks like Ramirez is
he's gonna stay out there a little longer.
Said something good to Lou McCollum over there. Is his head coach taking a walk back, and they're saying, "Hey, let's go ahead and get it done." He's letting his lefty stay out there and stay the course. I can't imagine though one or two more hits by Ramirez in this inning that could spell the end. So
he's at 116 pitches.
Ooh.
He is up there, my friend. And the lefty still on there, and he's got two lefties in the bullpen just in case.
Well, that's nothing compared to what Ryan Beard tossed. He threw 160 pitches yesterday. And
there's a bunt right there, left side. Going to be picked up by Hoskins. Hoskins over to first. He got it in time, and nobody's covering third. Noose is going to try to take it. And he's out. Wow. A little too ambitious for Newsom, trying to come home. Coach Garitano talking to him. And now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Jay Martz.
Well, and it's a teaching moment there for Coach Garitano. You know what he's telling Drew. He's saying you were already in scoring position. No need to press the issue here. We're ahead, stay there. Let Jay swing the bat with you in scoring position. But you can't fault Drew's hustle there. Like I said, he was just saw an opportunity, tried to take it. Unfortunately, it wasn't the most heads-up of plays, but it is what it is. Drew Newsom realizes his mistake, and, he makes the right play 9 times out of 10. So.
There you go. Try to take third, heading back to the dugout. Nobody on, but the Coyotes have at least one more run so far in this inning. 1-0 count for Jay Martz.
Well, and that is a bit demoralizing because Coach Garitano standing in the third base box thinking what could have been. You know what I mean? He could have had, one down, runner on second. You're still playing for a crooked number here in this inning. Instead, if Jay Martz is able to be retired by Ramirez, he kind of wiggles off the hook.
1-1. Ewald tried to help him out on that one.
He did try to frame it.
Umpire not having it.
No, I'm not giving. I might give you the corner. I'm not giving it that far out. But like I said, give Ewald some credit trying to steal a strike for his pitcher.
2-1 count on the way. Shot into center field. Hoffman going over for it. Catches it for out number 3. So if anything, Ramirez gets 3 of those quick outs after a mound visit. Whether we see him in the 7th will yet to be seen, but the Coyotes add to their lead. Now leading 6-3, headed to the bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th. Top 7, and Keaton Turner will lead off for the Spartans. Both players wearing number 2 for each team, both in the 8 spot.
Number 2, pair of 2s. Maybe some Derek Jeter fans, who knows? Like I said, I always wanted to ask Jay about that, if that's why he wears 2. If he was a big fan of the Yankee captain.
And Jones still up on the bump, delivering the first pitch of the inning. He's at 93 pitches, so cutting, throwing around a little harder in the bullpen.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see AJ finish this inning off strong. So anytime you can get 7 strong out of your number 1 starter starting off a tournament, I mean, you'll take that every time if you're Coach Garitano.
When you're searching for that save. There's a little bunt right back at him, scoops it up. Westmoreland in time for out number 1.
Well, and what a luxury if AJ's able to get out of this inning. You only need to secure 6 outs to get your first victory of the tournament and move on. Like I said, if it's Jones to cutting and that's it, the Coyotes are in very good shape moving forward, especially if they're able to secure the W.
Yeah, Hutt's always ready to go, but if you don't need to get to him, then why bother?
Exactly.
And you got Christopher Haynes returning to the dish. He is over 2 on the day. Both strikeouts, one swinging, one looking. Yep. So Jones looking to do a little bit of the same here. First pitch on the way. Hits him on the inside fastball.
Nice job there by A.J. Jones. He's really looked solid these last couple innings here. It's A.J. too. Like you said, it's not only the opposing pitchers we've seen. Talk about getting stronger as the game goes on. Like you said, I just love A.J.'s approach. His mental approach to the game, his mental makeup is what's going to take him far. You know, it's things like that when you get, especially to the D1 level next year when he's at Long Beach State, that separate good from great from professionals.
And it's experience, and like I said, it's tape for the scouts.
Oh, yeah.
1-1. 2-1.
I'm very interested to see AJ's career as it furthers on here. Like I said, not only at Long Beach State, I think AJ has an opportunity to pitch in the major leagues, and not even the major leagues, maybe professional baseball, minor leagues. You never know what can happen, but AJ has that kind of makeup.
He's got the ability to get paid for what he's doing.
Yes, absolutely. Earn a living playing baseball. Let's just put it that way. And like I said, anytime you have that opportunity and privilege, you're living a charmed life that's guaranteed. And like I said, no better person to happen to than A.J. Jones.
Well, unfortunately, he throws a first strike and then delivers 4 balls in a row, puts Haynes over there at first with 1 down. So maybe he's just shooting for the double play, but Coach Garitano going to come on out, talk to him. Usually when we see Coach, that'll do it, and I believe that is the case as York and the rest of the Coyotes in the dugout standing on the outside looking to greet him once again. And
yeah, usually when G comes out, it's with a hook. Like I said, sometimes it's Gidge instead of Garitano. This time it is Coach Garitano. He's having a word or two with AJ.
Solid handshake as
and
well.
It looks like AJ's day's done. And give him a round of applause, folks. AJ really settled in here.
100 pitches exactly.
100 even for Jones here as he departs with 1 away in the third. 6 1/3 innings of baseball. Looks like Cuttings in to relieve Jones. We're going to give him some warm-up pitches, and we'll be right back here on the Coyote Sports Network.
Well, we thought they were going to go Cutting, and if anything, they put out number 26, Todd Dan Zeisen, also a very capable lefty. But I'll have to rework my stat sheet right here. So you got Dan Zeisen out there on the bump, 1 down. And at the dish, going back to the top of the order, number 13, Zach Hoffman.
Well, it shows what we know, Deb. We thought Ben Cutting was coming in, of course. Oh, curveball thrown to us by Coach Garitano as we have Todd Dan Zeisen out there. But Dan Zeisen gets you some official numbers on Todd this year. He's been a reliable arm out of the bullpen. Mr. Dan Zeisen has a stellar 2.52 ERA, 2-1 record, 25 innings pitched.
And you can see why they brought out the lefty to go against the next 3 left-handed bats in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Todd Dan Zeisen is what's impressive is his batting average against opponents are only hitting 253 against him. But I love it. His strikeout number is 18 Ks. He's only walked 8 batters. So.
And, well, he's on his way to walking 9,
right.
3 balls in a row.
As I say that, of course, I'm the human jinx over here. But, yeah, I was going to say that's what you want out of your relievers coming out of the pen. You want them to throw strikes and force the action here. But I may have jinxed Todd. Sorry about that. Oh,
yep.
And I did.
All right. Well, four balls in a row makes him walk, and he's going to get a visit from Newsom and Westmoreland real quick.
Well, and credit to Spartans again. They got something cooking here in the top half of the 7th inning. They were able to get CSN starter A.J. Jones out of the game. And again, anytime you get into a team's bullpen, that's a win for you offensively. And like I said, as good as Todd Dan Zeisen has been, he's been excellent. 3rd best ERA for any of the pitchers on the staff here. It's a challenge for a pitcher to come out of the pen cold and throw strikes, especially in an in-game situation where you inherit runners.
Well, now, if anything, the double play just got a little more accessible with 2 on and only 1 down. And the lefty, number 14, Tanner Nislanik, at the dish. First pitch on the way from Todd. Misses on the outside. 5 balls in a row from the bullpen man, who is now talking non-verbally to Martz over there at short. Nislanik on the day, 0 for 1, went 3 unassisted, and he has 2 walks to his name as well. Dan Zeisen is going to ask for the signals again from Newsom. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a shot down the line. Right field, 1 hop into the glove of Perrance, who's going to try to throw it in. Play at home. Oh, not going to gets cut off by Westmoreland. 1 run does come on around for the Spartans, now trailing only by 2.
And a nice job by Brody to cut that ball off. Nothing good could have happened from allowing that to bounce through. Could have gotten past Drew Newsom. Could have allowed the runner to go from 2nd to 3rd. So nice job to limit the damage here by Brody Westmoreland. Just cut that ball off. But here we go, 5-4 ball game, and it's a bullpen game for the Coyotes. And this is a danger zone here. Anybody's game in the top of the 7th. This has been a dynamic back and forth affair. What an opening game here to day 2 of the Region 18 tournament.
First pitch on the way to Writing. A breaking ball that just misses below the zone, and now you got David Kuzma and Ben Cutting throwing around in the bullpen for the Coyotes just in case Dan Zeisen can't get out of this one.
Yeah, the leash might be short for Todd Dan Zeisen here, especially if he can't consistently hit the strike zone. You really can't play here. Coyotes are only up a run.
Almost hitting them there. I'm surprised Writing just didn't wear it.
And what's more alarming here is just how bad Todd Dan Zeisen is missing with some of these pitches.
And there you go. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Coach Garitano going to come pull him right now. Not even going to let it get further than he needs to. That one missed terribly over the head of Writing.
Devin, we've seen it in this conference. Managers just outsmarting themselves, outthinking themselves, leaving a pitcher in for one too many pitches, and before you know it, that lead is evaporated. Coach Garitano working on the safer side here, wanting to get maybe Todd Dan Zeisen out, just seeing that
and here comes Cutting.
Reliever does not have it. Sometimes pitchers just don't have it.
Yeah, not at this time at least, but now look at Coach Garitano giving it to him, talking to him, and there goes Todd. A little quick add-in, quick cameo.
Well, and a teaching moment for Coach Garitano with his Coyotes. He's out there. He's saying, guys, this is a must-have. I mean, this game is in the balance right now. I mean, a 6-4 lead has never felt more uncomfortable, at least in my opinion, sitting up here in the booth. I mean, we're on pins and needles here, folks. I mean, this is a game that CSN has to have to continue their winning ways, get in the winner's bracket, and have the best opportunity to win this Region 18 tournament Saturday. But, the tournament can't be lost today, but in a way, I mean, an opportunity slipping through your hands like this, that's gonna leave a mark for sure.
Well, now we got Ben Cutting on the hill. Dan Zeisen's done, so we'll give him a couple warm pitches, and we'll be right back. 2-0 count as we continue on with the at-bat. Taylor Writing at the dish, lefty versus lefty, and now Ben Cutting is on the hill. Got runners on first and second.
Heck of a situation here for lefty Ben Cutting here, thrown right into the fire, so to speak, and he needs to make some big pitches here.
Makes now throws that one hard and outside.
Wide now.
Trying to induce a ground ball.
Give you some numbers here on Mr. Cutting. Ben has a 4.55 ERA, 3-1 record in 29 innings pitched. 40 strikeouts, only 8 base on balls here. Let's hope Cutting can stick to that recipe here.
He walks one there. Inherited a 2-0 count and now loads the bags with 2 balls of his own.
Yeah, and like I said, anytime you pull a pitcher mid at bat, there's something in the dugout that you notice. And Coach Garitano was up quick to get Todd Dan Zeisen out of there for whatever reason. Todd just didn't have it today. Ben Cutting does walk the bases loaded, and with 1 away in the inning, big spot here for Sergio Reyes.
And this is a prime opportunity for the Spartans. They got their leadoff hitters all on the bags, and for the cleanup man, Sergio Reyes, this is exactly what this is how you plan your lineup. This is what you want.
The scariest thing about him standing in the batter's box with bases loaded, 1 out, he's got the best swings for this Spartan team on the afternoon. I mean, he smoked a double up the left field line, and that was absolute highway robbery. The pitch that Tyler Long was able to track down in the left center field gap. So Sergio Reyes has put some of the best swings on the baseball that we've seen today from either side. I'd say him for the Spartans and Brody Westmoreland for our Coyotes.
And he hits it hard, too. Usually on the first pitch, but not these two. 0-2 right now, or 2-0 count with only 1 down. Cutting going to ask for a new ball.
And those were closer to hitting Reyes than hitting the strike zone there, and you got to be very, very worried here. Ben Cutting now playing with fire. 2-0 count to Reyes. He's going to have to come with his best pitch of the sequence here. I mean, because you don't want to fall behind 3-0, but you don't want to give Reyes a cookie over the plate, something that he can handle.
Let's see where Cutting goes. Reyes calls time.
Huge moment here in this ball game, folks. 6-4 Coyotes, but hold your breath, buckle your seatbelts. I mean, this inning is the ball game's hanging in the balance right here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Popped up. Shallow center field. Latham still making a beat on it. Catching it, going to try to throw over at home. And the run will come around. Long sacrifice makes this a 1-run game with 2 down.
Hey, nice job, though. You retired a dangerous bat. Ben Cutting came back to get that out. That is going to be a sacrifice RBI, F8. But it could have been a lot worse. You have 2 down in the inning. If Ben Cutting can get out of it here, Coyotes still clinging to a 1-run lead, and that's all you can ask for here.
And now you got Corey Ewald still searching for a hit on his count. And a force out everywhere. So that 3rd out is accessible.
One of the things about Jarrell Latham, too, that I've noticed, I mean, he when he catches fly balls, he's very intelligent in the way that he's in a good position to throw immediately. He catches the ball. He's already got his weight back on his back foot, and he's ready to fire that
ground ball left side. Oh, hard one from Martz. Looks like just came up off a rock, and this game is tied.
And just like that, the CNCC bench is going wild, and why not? They've tied this inning here in the top of the 6th. Tough play for Jay Martz, but you got to go E6 there. I mean, that's a play that should have been made.
Nah, then when hit in the dirt, came up on him. Funny hop.
Give him a base hit then.
No, look, their scoreboard says an error. So there you go. Nope, scoreboard's getting changed to a hit.
Yeah, we're going to give him a base hit there. Like you said, a tough ball. It looks like it came up on Jay Martz. Like you said,
play.
Hit a rock, hit a piece of dirt. And like you said, these are the bounces. Fortune favors the bold, Devin. If you're aggressive, if you're going after it here, which the Spartans have been these last couple innings, chipping away at CSN's lead, here you go.
And so the game is tied. 3 runs for the Spartans. Ties it up here in the top half of the 7th inning. 2 down, 2 on for Taylor Wright, who has a 1-0 count.
And this is a brand new ball game. My goodness. And we don't even know if we're going to see Ramirez anymore.
That one gets fouled off. Yeah, exactly. I don't see why they would put him back out there.
Yeah, but you never know. Like you said, we've seen crazier stuff happen. And the other thing about it is I just have a feeling that all the air has been sucked out of the Coyotes' balloon here in this top half of the 6th, and I hope they don't lag offensively in their next plate appearance.
1-1 on the way. Ground ball right side, hard shot, deep in the
DJ.
hole for Johnson. Johnson to Westmoreland in time for out number 3. But the game is now tied at 6 as we head to the 7th inning stretch. All right, ladies and gents, here we are, bottom of the 7th inning. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at CSN Coyotes, live tweeting all game. And now on the hill for CNCC, number 7, Ashton Montoya. Christopher Ramirez finally gets the break, relaxing in the dugout, and now it's on Montoya to keep it going for his Spartans. Game tied and leading off for the Coyotes, number 12, Tyler Long. First pitch at Long, misses low and in for ball 1. So right now on the scoreboard, 6 runs for the Spartans, 9 hits, 6 runs for the Coyotes, 6 hits as well. Second pitch misses high and in. Spartans got 1 in the top of the first. Coyotes answered with 4 in the first. Then added another 1 in the third. Spartans add 2 in the fourth. Coyotes add 1 in the sixth. And the Spartans put up 3 more in the 7th. And here we are, 6-6 game, 2-1 count. Montoya getting set. His 2-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off.
Awkward delivery there from Montoya. Lefty has a lot of movement.
Long at the dish. Johnson on deck. Latham in the hole. A couple solid batters. Get this one back going for the Coyotes. Sat on that one. Ripped it foul.
Yeah, there's no time to think about what could have been for the Coyotes. You just got to move on, move forward. Brand new ball game here, 6 apiece in the bottom of the 7th inning. Just got to work to manufacture a run here and hope that's enough. Maybe Alec Hutt can come out of the pen and close it up for us.
Ground ball left side. Good shot. Hoskins gets it over to Reyes for out number 1.
Nice job by Tyler Long, hustling up the whole way. Hoskins able to fire over there 5-3 to retire the Coyote left fielder, and we're going back to the top of the lineup for DJ Dylan Johnson.
Johnson 0 for 2 on the day. A walk, ground out, and a strikeout looking. Really trying to get it going here for the leadoff man.
Yeah, Coyote offense looks a little bit dormant right now.
And fouled off.
Think about it. The home run by Brody Westmoreland was the first scoring we've had in 3 frames. After the 4 spot in the bottom of the first, Coyote offense has been held relatively in check.
A 1 pitch. Ground ball left side. Another one over to Hoskins. Kind of bobbles it a smidge. Gives it over to Reyes for out number 2. So quick. 2 outs for Montoya.
Couple of 5-3 putouts for Brady Hoskins over there helping out his lefty reliever, and that's going to bring up Jarrell Latham. Latham has walked, struck out, and grounded out to second base here in his 3 plate appearances. Jarrell looking to get on base, start a little 2-out rally for the Coyotes.
First pitch on the way. Taken into left field. Excellent shot, but Turner camping out under it and catching it for out number 3. So there you go. 3 up, 3 down for the Spartans as we head to the top of the 8th, still tied at 6. Top 8, Cutting still up on the bump. And the first batter he will face will be number 24, Brady Hoskins. Third baseman had a couple putouts last inning. Here he is with the bat in his hand.
Yeah, Hoskins was a busy man at the bottom of the 7th, according to putouts.
Hoskins as well, a victim of that unusual play. Last time he was up, popped up, landed, and then got thrown out at first.
Yeah, 9-3 putout. Very interesting scoring there.
That's when you never write down 9-3. Who's ever written that? I think that's the first time I've ever written that.
That definitely is for me. Like I said, baseball is a funny game like that. It'll always show you something different. It'll always give you different looks. 9-3 putout, that's got to be the strangest of the day so far.
Look at that, and every ball that Cutting throws, 3 in a row. Now the Spartans get louder and louder.
Yeah, I mean, the bench is alive. These guys are fired up. They're believing in one another. And like I said, when you have a team that believes in one another and they're picking each other up the way the Spartan team is, they're dangerous. Leadoff batter
4
on
in a
again
row
here. Ben Cutting cannot find the strike zone. And the Coyotes are playing with fire here, top half of the 8th inning.
The Spartans are cheering and making some noise as if they're up by like 4.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's funny, though? Like I said, they've never stopped believing. Even when they got down.
No sweat.
I mean, they were lively. They were excited. I mean, their body language showed, hey, we're in this game. We can come back. And they have. You know what I said? All the credit in the world to that dugout over there. Lou McCollum running a tight ship, but a quality ship over there. And these Spartans are dangerous. Watch out for the bunt here.
Both teams knew they weren't going to shut out the other one. Each team was going to get their licks, and I'm sure CNCC thought that, and they're pretty much where they wanted to be.
Yeah, and like I said, it's exactly where they want to be. And laying in the weeds, they were batting .278, 4th overall as a team. But I watching them yesterday, I just said this is a lot better hitting club than the numbers say.
Showing bunt, throws it in the dirt. Keaton Turner at the dish, 1-0 counting.
Well, you got to think if you're Keaton Turner here and see what Coach McCollum's telling him, you might want to just take until you actually see a strike. I mean, I know they want to get the bunt down, advance the runner, but
make him throw
the way
a strike.
Ben Cutting's throwing right now, I mean, you may want to have him, have Cutting do it for you. You know what I mean? If he's not anywhere near the zone and he's struggling locating his pitches here and making them happen, why give up an out when you don't have to?
He's got the 1-0 count. Let's see if he does exactly that. There's the bunt. Oh, excellent bunt down the right side. Had to turn around. He does. He gets the out. Excellent play by Cutting. Try to double him up over there at second base. And, he got the first out. Sacrifice bunt is recorded, and moving the runner over to second.
And like you said, give Ben Cutting some credit there. I mean, that was a tougher play to make than it looked here. He had to turn around all in one motion, fire to Brody Westmoreland, not throw it too hard. And luckily he was able to retire Keaton Turner. But
what a bunt, though.
Yeah,
what a
perfect bunt. I mean, you couldn't have rolled it out there any better.
That's a 50-50 play going the way of the Coyotes, but the go-ahead run now on second base for Christopher Haynes.
Yep, and as time falls through the hourglass, so to speak, here, we're in the top of the 8th inning. Playing for 1 run is the goal for both teams here.
Now you can start counting outs.
Yeah.
You know,
especially if one of these teams is able to break this 6-6 tie and take a lead.
Let's see. 0-1 count, 1 down. Haynes 0 for 1 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Or 0 for 2, excuse me.
Well, and you got to think this game here, just watching Colorado Northwestern go toe-to-toe with the favorites and the host of this Region 18 tournament, it has to give Western Nevada some hope. It has to give Salt Lake City some thought, saying, hey, you know what? We can play with this team, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is an open tournament. We're in it. We're here, and just the aura around CSN hosting this, being ranked 15th in the country, all that stuff goes out the window when you see a team playing them tooth and nail and making them work for everything.
1-1 hits that outside corner, and Cutting searching for his first strikeout and the second out of the inning.
As we know, WNC and Salt Lake both had multiple wins over the Coyotes, the only 2 teams in the conference to have more than 1 victory versus CSN, so they're undaunted by that task.
There's that breaking ball in the outside corner. It sits down
pitch.
Haynes 3 strikeouts on the day.
That is a filthy pitch there by Ben Cutting, and what a great time to break it out here. Like I said, he needed to break that pitch off to Haynes. Haynes got caught looking there, and Ben Cutting hopefully trying to get the Coyotes back in the dugout, tied up still at 6 apiece.
Coach Gidge going to come out and talk to his pitcher before he battles against Zach Hoffman.
Well, and I'll tell you, Zach Hoffman and Tanner Neeslandic, lefties, are 2 of the toughest outs in this Spartan lineup here. Hoffman has made a living just fighting pitches off, making contact, doing everything right here, so he just wants to make sure him and Cutting and Drew are all on the same page here with the pitch sequence that's about to come to the Spartan center fielder. And Zach Hoffman is a dangerous, dangerous bat. 300 hitter on the season in 42 starts, 44 hits, 36 runs, 17 ribs.
A 600 hitter at the moment, 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, he kind of does a little bit of everything for this team. He's also swiped 8 bags. I mean, there's just, like I said, this Spartan team, you just got to appreciate what they do here. 1 through 9, the lineup is very versatile. They're able to make contact. They're able to lay bunts down. They're able to play situational baseball very effectively here, and it's done them right so far in this 2016 Region 18 tournament.
And their timing couldn't be any better.
Impeccable.
Take advantage of the opportunities that come towards them.
Absolutely impeccable here.
First pitch, half-hearted swing, goes around for strike 1. Try to hold up halfway through it.
Kind of an excuse-me check swing there for Zach Hoffman. Shows that Cutting broke off a really filthy pitch there. He's going to need to make a couple more to get out of this inning and avoid giving up the lead.
0-1 on the way. Goes inside. Hoffman looking to wear one as well. Not moving at that.
No, definitely not. This late in the tie game, top of the 8th, you proudly wear that ball to get to first and keep the line moving here for your team here. Like I said, Zach Hoffman, big spot here for his Spartans.
1-1 on the way. In the dirt.
Cutting here being very selective here with Zach Hoffman. But the thing is, you pitch around Hoffman too much, and then you got Tanner Neeslandic standing in the on-deck circle here who's as tough and out, if not tougher. Neeslandic's walked twice. Singled, has an RBI single to his credit. So, like I said, tough and tougher here. You got tough in the batter's box and tougher standing on deck.
2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Nice pitch there by Cutting.
Good pitch and good cut nonetheless. Actually, I noticed that Hoffman scratched his nose right before the pitch. Might have got into his head a smidge.
Yeah, definitely might have.
2-2, and Coach McCollum going to talk to him real quick. Maybe saw the same thing I did. No, I don't know.
Do you think he hurt himself?
Is he hurting right
swing,
now?
Or
maybe just fixing the gloves?
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, I don't know. His
maybe
back.
Back, yeah.
That's a big hack at it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely looks like something's ailing him out there. Hard to tell. Like you said, it looked like he just took a healthy cut at it. Yeah.
He has a wrist guard on, and maybe that's it. His right hand or his right wrist has a guard on it. He just took it off, and he's trying to shake it out now, and now it makes it even tougher for Hoffman as well as it does Cutting. He's putting the guard back on at the moment. Hasn't strapped it up, but it's on his arm. Now he's strapping it back up.
Well, after a nearly 50-game regular season, every player is playing with bumps, bruises, ailments. Nobody's 100% healthy here. Like you said, you go through the grind of a 50-game regular season just to get the privileged opportunity to play postseason baseball. So everybody's a little bit banged up and nicked up here. It's nice to see Zach Hoffman. Looks like he's going to get back in the batter's box and continue his at-bat here. You never want to see anyone hurt.
Well, then if you're going to play it like that, you throw it hard and in.
Right, yeah,
if you see that a right hand ailing him.
Yep, jam him up and inside. That's exactly what Cutting should do. Try to saw him off here in this at-bat.
2-2.
There it is.
In the dirt. Inside. Newsom not able to locate it. It was right under him. He kind of kicks it out of his way. Runner takes off over to the third, and full count pitch now at the dish.
This is a scary scenario here because a wild pitch here can lead to a run as well. And that's exactly, getting the runner at third is something that, always is in the back of your mind. And, of course, Ben Cutting here, as I say that, has uncorked 4 wild pitches here during the 2016 season. This is not a prime time for number 5. Let's hope Ben can retire Zach Hoffman here with this pitch.
Full count pitch. Ground ball right side going foul. Wow. Wow, that right wrist doesn't seem to hurt too much.
Yeah, he turned the bat over on that very well here. Got good contact, and, wow, that ball was 4 or 5 inches from being double up the right field line here.
Give Westmoreland something to think about.
Yeah, give Cutting opportunity to catch his breath here. Like I said, be careful. He has uncorked 4 wild pitches on this 2016 season in 29.2 innings of work.
Cutting's full count. Ground ball right back at him. Wow. Quick reaction, underhand to Westmoreland. 3 outs are recorded. 1 left stranded for the Spartans, 90 feet away. Not close enough, and excellent play from Cutting. Puts the bats back in the Coyotes' hands as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The bottom of the 8th inning. Prime opportunity for the Coyotes to put the pressure back on the Spartans. And leading off will be number 23, Blake Wiggins.
Yeah, no better time than now for the Coyotes. 3, 4, and 5 stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th to face Antonio Montoya.
Ashton Montoya,
excuse me.
First pitch misses outside. Montoya nonetheless.
And Wiggins has had a fantastic day here. This is a guy you'd love to start it off, although he struck out in his last plate appearance. Did have a single and a RBI triple his 2 previous plate appearances.
That one misses high and above the zone. Somebody walking around in the Spartan bullpen. Not throwing around, but there's definitely a presence over there just in case. And I don't know, with only 6 outs left, let's see if they actually have to need to go there. 2-0. 2-1. Excellent pitch. That outside corner once again given to the Spartans.
Yeah, Montoya, like I said, with his delivery, kind of comes around the plate, but that ball hooked back in, and that outside corner has been money for the Spartans all game.
There's a shot in the left field. That's excellent lead-off shot from Blake Wiggins.
Nice piece of hitting there by the Coyote third baseman, taking what was given to him, deposited it into left field, and just like that, CSN has a leadoff runner on for Jordan Hand.
And that's all you really need. Like we said between the innings, just get out there, get a run, one run. That's all you need to put the pressure back on them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Play for a run here. You know you have the all-time saves leader in the bullpen, Alec Hutt. I'm sure Coach Garitano in a perfect world didn't want to use Alec Hutt, but to secure this win, nothing better than the back-to-back Scenic West Athletic Conference reliever of the year. That's a mighty nice weapon to still have at your disposal if you're Coach Garitano.
Ground ball a little short. Call it like a sacrifice, if you will. It's exactly how it plays out. Hand goes back to the dugout, and now the go-ahead run on second base with only one out.
And Brody has had the best swings of anybody against this Spartan pitching staff today. Said Brody hit a moonshot that still hasn't landed. Also a 2 RBI triple. So let's see if Brody Westmoreland can
easily the deadliest bat. Let off his game with an RBI triple. Grounded out next time it was up, and then that solo shot. So the most difficult bat Montoya will probably face.
Oh, yeah, and if you're Montoya, I mean, approach Brody Westmoreland very carefully. It's that old adage, you don't want certain players to beat you here. This is definitely the guy that you do not want to beat you. Like I said, if you lose, don't lose challenging this guy here. Like I said, approach with caution, but Drew Newsom and Jarrett Perns waiting in the wings.
First pitch on the way from Montoya. Hits that outside corner. Pretty favorable for the Spartan right now.
Yeah, they've been wearing that outside corner out. Started with Ramirez. And now Montoya has followed suit.
And the 0-1 pitch. A little too far outside, and he's going to take off to third. Oh, now 90 feet away is the Coyote lead.
And what a luxury there. Blake Wiggins scampers into third base, and that's got to be frustrating now. If Brody Westmoreland can even put a ball in the outfield here. We need some situational hitting, some smart baseball.
A hard hit nonetheless.
Yeah, infield drawn in, so Brody Westmoreland.
They're going to walk him. That's a good call.
Yep.
That's a really good call.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I would do a lot of the same.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Just take the bat out of his hands. And not only take the bat out of his hands, Devin, but set up a double play opportunity as well.
Exactly.
Drew Newsom isn't the fleetest of foot. He runs well for a catcher, but he can be doubled up. So, you create a scenario for yourself to get out of the inning unscathed, and you avoid pitching to one of the hottest bats in the CSN lineup. So it's a win-win for Colorado Northwestern the way I see it.
See Westmoreland just throw the bat at it. All right, well, if anything, it's kind of you know what? I'll take Newsom over Westmoreland. So now Newsom's got to be like, oh, okay, all right, okay.
Well, yeah, if you're standing in the odd egg circle and the guy in front of you gets intentionally walked, you got to take it personally.
Pool holes that one time.
Absolutely. Bryce Harper's been getting walked a lot this season in front of a guy like Ryan Zimmerman. You have to take it personally. As an athlete, you got to let it motivate you, and you got to let it, light a fire under you, and make sure you come up and do something when you got a chance to. And Drew Newsom in a big spot here for his Coyotes. Sophomore catcher right here, local Southern Nevada product out of Bishop Gorman, of course, in a huge spot.
See what the former Gale can do against Montoya. Wiggins dancing over there at third. Got it. Maybe got into Montoya a little bit.
Yeah, he got him
Montoya had to step off.
Yeah, caught a little action of Blake Wiggins. Probably just a flash of white in his peripheral vision there. Whoa. Didn't know if there was something crazy going on.
You squeeze it? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Will you squeeze it?
Oh, that would be something.
Well, let's see. First pitch on the way. Oh, my gosh. What a good pitch. Gets on through the zone. Newsom not being able to pull the trigger.
Perfect way to start the at-bat here. Tense times here at the ballpark. Coyote fans on pins and needles. A.J. Jones' mom, Kristen Scott, out there pacing after her son had a fantastic outing here, hoping the Coyotes can pull this one out. All the Coyote family here nervous at the moment.
There's the showing the bunt, pulls it back, and just like that, heading on over to second will be Westmoreland, and now two go-ahead runs.
And it eliminates the possibility of a double play, something crazy like that happening. So nice job by Brody Westmoreland. Of course, not going to get much resistance or a throw through to second base. Coyotes now at second and third, and a single from Drew Newsom can really put the Coyotes in business.
1-1 count. 1 down, 2 on. Infield playing up on the grass, trying to eliminate their play at home. Third pitch, breaking ball in the outside corner. Another one could have waited on, could have pulled the trigger on. Didn't look good enough for Newsom. Rather than him pick his pitch than take what's coming at him.
Man, Montoya has really, really been consistent with that breaking ball, hitting the outside corner, at will. And that's going to be an effective pitch here if he's looking to put Drew Newsom away here. 1-2 count, 1 out.
Next pitch, breaking ball above the zone.
Ooh.
Hanging up there. Too high for Newsom. 2-2 count. 1 down, 2 on.
Nice eye by Drew to recognize that wasn't going to be in the strike zone here. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and if it's a little bit more out and over in a hanger, that's something Drew Newsom can definitely handle. Ewald
setting out. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side right over to the third baseman. Wiggins going to try to dance with him. Between bags, tries to go around him. He's safe! Oh, wow! He moved! He went around the tag! Ewald not able to lay it down and tagging home, taking the lead 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Wow, and what a play by Blake Wiggins. What can you say there?
Wow.
I mean, folks, you saw it at home. I mean, crazy play here as they thought they had Blake Wiggins dead to rights here. All they needed to do was apply a tag to create the out. Blake Wiggins very shifty here.
Wow.
That's the only way I can describe it. I mean, it's like the man turned invisible. The tag wasn't able to be applied, and before you know it, he's slapping his hand on home base and giving the Coyotes a 7-6 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Wow, that was incredible. Dancing around, and you saw it as soon as the ball went right over to Hoskins over there at third, kind of danced a second just to see how they would play with it. Mm-hmm. Fake towards home. Came back and beat around. Wow, what a play. Ewald's got to be beside himself. He still had the ball in his hand. And wow, what a play.
Yeah,
7-6 Coyotes lead.
Not only Ewald, but the entire Spartan team has to be a bit deflated here from that play. I mean, they thought they had Blake Wiggins dead to rights here. They thought they were going to record the second out of the inning, keep the game tied. Now CSN leads in a hit here from Jared Perns. Not even a hit, I mean a fly ball to the outfield. There's a huge run standing on third base in the form of Brody Westmoreland.
And Montoya, oh my gosh, now he's got to attack Perns, and we'll see how this one turns out. First pitch on the way, runners on the corners, only 1 out, squeezing it. Oh, we're gonna come back. Westman might get caught in between the bags.
He did.
He does.
Yeah.
He's trying. Now he's gonna try it. No, I'm not gonna pull it out a second time. Ewald to be sure of it.
Well, that's why they call it a suicide squeeze, Devin. It's an all or nothing play. Jared Perns doing everything he can to try to make contact with the ball. Unfortunately, he's unable to get that down, and Brody Westmoreland dead to rights over at third as he was going all the way here. Like I said, the squeeze was on. Great idea by Coach Garitano, unfortunately, for CSN. Perns just unable to get the bunt down.
All right. 0-1 count as the umpire corrects everybody.
Wild inning here. Wild half inning for sure, and it's not done yet. There's still only 2 outs.
Perns takes it in the left center field. That's a hard one for Hop, and he's still chasing back on it. 1 hop. 2 hop, rolling all the way at the warning track. Newsom touches home, and Perns is going to try to go 3.
He's there.
He's 3. RBI triple for Jared Perns, puts a 2-run lead in favor of the Coyotes.
And that's how you do it, Jared Perns. If you can't get the bunt down, go ahead and make up for it with a bomb over the center fielder's head. No chance for Zach Hoffman to track that baby down by the time it gets back in. Jared Perns sliding in headfirst to third, and he's having a pleasant conversation definitely with Coach Garitano over the third base batter's box. And just like that, CSN has regained the lead 8-6. That's a huge, huge insurance run there.
And now 86 feet away is another run if Jay Martz can lay into one here.
Oh, absolutely. Jay Martz here.
There he is in the right field. Well, it's up there, and Nislanik going to come on, camping under it, catches it for out number 3. But the Coyotes did exactly what they needed to do. All they needed was 1. They got 2 as we head to the 9th, leading 8-6. Newsom throwing down as we get ready to start the 9th inning. And out on the bump, taking over for Ben Cutting, number 25, Alec Hutt, going for the save. It's going to be a really tough call as he's going to face 2, 3, 4 in the lineup, and leading off number 14, Tanner Nislanik.
And Ben Cutting doing his job here, bridging the gap to Alec Hutt.
That's been the repertoire the whole season.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Alec, like I said, congratulations to him, back-to-back winner of the Scenic West Athletic Conference Reliever of the Year. Hutt, of course, 12 saves on the season, single-season record for the Coyotes.
First pitch, heater goes inside on him, misses. A little wild on the first pitch. You got plenty other pitches to hit the zone on next.
Oh, last thing you want to do is allow a runner on base. You don't want it. You want to. The Spartans are down here. You want to keep them down. You don't want to give them any life here in the top half of the 9th. Hutt needs to pound that strike zone.
Just like that, 88-mile-an-hour heater gets on through the zone, evening up the count at 1-1. What a game. What a sequence of events. Playoff baseball, ladies and gents.
That's all you can say. Playoff baseball. Like I said, this tournament.
1-1, taken for a ride on the left side.
So much fun since we jumped it off here with Utah State University Eastern and Salt Lake yesterday. The games have been so competitive. Everybody out there is just selling out for every single thing. And, Game 4, much like Game 1, 2, and 3, like I said, is going to come right down to it. And, it's just setting the stage for a fantastic final 2 days of this tournament, Devin.
1-2 count. Hutt dialed in. Gets another one blooped up. That's going to land out of play.
Have a chance. Oh.
Right into the Spartan dugout. Another opportunity at it. Nislanik doing what he can. Try to stay alive at the dish. Riding on deck. Reyes in the hole.
Yeah, these are the batters you want, 2, 3, and 4 for the Spartans if you're going to try to rally. But it's just such a deflating play that allowed that first run to score. Spartans, that's got to still be in the back of all their minds.
Another one fouled off from Nislanik. Yeah, if Wiggins doesn't go Spider-Man on him and avoid that tag, then who knows where we'd be at right now.
Exactly. Who knows how the rest of the inning would have unfolded.
Yeah, Wiggins earned himself a free meal now.
Yeah, everybody should be buying Blake dinner. Shouldn't have to.
Well, you just got to get it done first, and now it's on Hutt, still with a 1-2 count. Oh, and he hit him in the shoulder. Hutt not pleased with himself at all, puts a runner on first, but if anything, a double play opportunity presents itself as Riding comes back to the dish.
Yeah, this is a guy you want out there. If you're CSN, if you're Coach Garitano, no better guy to have out there than Alec Hutt. Unfortunate situation there as he plunks Tanner Nislanik here. Very visibly frustrated with that, of course, but you got to forget about that. Like you said, you got a double play opportunity and just focus on the task at hand, and that's designated hitter Taylor Riding.
Nislanik wasn't going to move out of that one.
No, not at all. Like I said, Nislanik.
First pitch on the way. Tried the backdoor breaking ball, just misses.
I mean, Nislanik was seeing some filthy stuff from Hutt, so he was probably more than happy to wear that one and trot over to first here. It felt like it's Christmas morning for Nislanik here. He got a gift from the Coyote closer. And tense moments here, folks. Top of the 9th. Coyotes trying to hold on.
It's not over, ladies and gents.
Oh, not by any means. Like you said, we've seen the best pitchers get touched up, the best closers. Closer until he's not, So
that caught me off guard. I didn't catch Nislanik off guard, though, as he was already sliding in.
No, and with 3 outs left, I mean, it would just be silly to take a secondary lead, a huge lead off, get picked off first. I mean, that would be catastrophic for the Spartans at this moment in time here. They have 3 outs to make up a 2-run deficit and can help out the opposing team by taking big leads, misleads, especially, Nislanik, because honestly, that run, if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the 7th run, these 2 runs to tie, so whether he touches home or not, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. So,
although Hutt dangerously close to putting the tying run on first.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And it is scary, too, because obviously a long ball here with a runner on base will tie the game as well. So
there he goes. Had to hit the zone.
Scenarios.
Did right there. 3-1 count. But Riding should get another friendly pitch here if he decides to pull the trigger.
Yeah, if you're Alec, you got to go right after Taylor Riding here. You do not want to mess around with a breaking pitch that could land for a ball.
He does and gets one fouled off now with a full count. and 1 on.
Nice job by Hutt there, trusting the stuff. You just got to go right after these Spartan hitters here. It's the mental makeup of a closer. You got to be aggressive at all times here. And like I said, don't play around with any of the breaking stuff. Hutt just needs to rear back and fire that heater in, try to blow it by Taylor Riding.
Hutt's full count pitch. Newsom setting in the dirt.
He tried to fire it in there. Unfortunately, just a little bit low. And again, Dev, listen to that Spartan bench. I mean, they're alive over there. These guys are
they're not going anywhere.
Oh, they're excited. They know. I mean, wow. Like I said, that bottom of the 8th inning still has to be weighing on everybody here. I mean, on our minds, we're sitting here just kind of replaying it, back. But there's no time to stop and think. And Sergio Reyes here has put some of the best swings on some of these pitches that I've seen from any Spartan bat. So. Danger zone here for Alec Hutt a little bit as he's a hit batsman and a walk now. Have the first 2 Spartans on for Sergio Reyes.
We'll see if Reyes swings on the first pitch. He did twice already today and made some solid contact each time. Here comes the pitch. Showing bunt, pops it up. Not able to get there. It's going to fall into the net.
Oh, that's interesting there.
Interesting call, honestly. I mean, we're up here expecting him to swing away, and then they give him the bunt call, which isn't a terrible idea, honestly, with nobody down, and you move them both over.
Yeah, I was
boom.
going to say you get 2 runners in scoring position instead of the 1 with 1 out, but a very interesting prospect to bunt with your cleanup hitter and maybe your best power threat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worse for wear. Coach McCollum, of course, manager for CNCC, knows his players better than we do, so he's trying to implement the best strategy to give his team an opportunity at a win.
And also, you got Ewald and Wright on deck and in the hole, respectively, and both of them have 1 hit combined.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, too, Hutt, though, has struggled to throw strikes consistently here.
And there's another showing bunt again, not able to lay it down, 0-2 count.
Now, you have to think the bunt's off. I mean, at least you would assume it here with an 0-2 count. If the bunt is off, though, it's still tough. I mean, Sergio Reyes is the kind of guy that can barrel up a fastball here and put one in the gap. And like I said, if he's able to put one in the gap, I mean, there's some decent speed in Taylor Riding at first. Great speed at second with Tanner and East Atlantic.
0-2 count. Hutt delivers. Breaking ball gets it fouled off.
That was a nice pitch by Hutt there, and a nice job by Reyes to just fight that pitch off.
Sit on it.
Yeah, it wasn't much he could do with it, but he does make some contact and spoil a really good pitch out of the hand of Alec Hutt. No balls and 2 strikes here. Alec Hutt looking for a put-away pitch on the Spartan cleanup hitter.
And the 0-2 once again. Just misses that outside corner. Newsom liked it. Umpire did not.
Well, you know what's funny, Devin, is we've seen that outside corner, a little called as generous as that would have been, called strike 3 for the Spartans here. The toughest part about pitching is the inconsistencies behind the plate sometimes with the umpire. All you want is the same strike to be called on both sides.
1-2 on the way. Misses low and away. Still got a couple pitches to work with, but now it's getting a lot tighter with 2-2 count and 2 on.
Yeah. And, the screws are tightening for everybody, and Alec Hutt's got to be feeling it on the mound. Like I said, he's not as sharp as we've regularly seen him, but that hit batsman, that kind of seemed to start the momentum in a negative way for Alec, and let's hope he can regain it here and get a big out, Sergio Reyes.
Breaking ball, waited on it, put it in a foul. Westmoreland trying to get there, just a little too far out of his reach.
Brody working, trying to get to that ball here, but like I said, Alec Hutt here. I mean, I don't want to say laboring, but like I said, this is a big batter here. If he can retire Reyes, I mean, he's still in control here. If Sergio Reyes is able to do something here, I mean, he's fought it off tough. I mean, his strikes were bunt attempts that weren't able to get down here, and like I said, he's seen the ball very well from A.J. Jones, Todd Dan Zeisen, Ben Cuddy. I mean, he's seen the ball well out of all the pitchers' hands here, and you just tense times here.
Newsom's going to call time. 2-2 count. Double play opportunity for the Coyotes.
And Coyote fans, we do have a 3:30 start time scheduled for Game 5 and Game 2 of today, and that's going to feature the Western Nevada Wildcats and the Salt Lake Community College Bruins. But before then, we have some business to be settled here.
Popped up. That is playable if Newsom can get to it. It's right over the net. Oh, wow. Barely
Tough
over
break.
the net.
Tough break
Wow.
for Drew, it just snuck over the netting. I like you said, I thought at first too.
If that net wasn't there, that's playable.
I thought he was going to be able to get it right at the net here in a tough break because that was a really good pitch by Alec Hutt.
And honestly, if that backstop wasn't moved up from the offseason,
yeah, that would have been
boom,
an out. Yeah,
right there.
And like I said, that was a nice job of Reyes to spoil a very good pitch by Alec Hutt. I mean, he had him completely fooled. Fortunately for Reyes and unfortunate for Hutt, it got out of play.
2-2. Popped up again. That one's definitely playable. Westmoreland's going to try to get to it. He's going to call for it. Catches it for out number 1. Wow, what a play over there. Calling time.
Excellent concentration by 17 over there. Brody Westmoreland going in almost to the dugout, but friendly territory. So much nicer when you're going over towards your own dugout. Your teammates help you out. When you go toward the visiting dugout, you're not getting any assistance on that pop-up.
Corey Ewald at the dish. I don't know if I didn't notice before if he always had that, but he's got the mask on the helmet.
FF3 there in your books.
A little mound visit. Entire infield will come in, knowing they have a double play to get out of this game.
Yes, absolutely, and let's do it here. Alec Hutt is one ground ball away from getting the save, biggest save of his 2016 season, and getting his Coyotes to tomorrow. Winner's bracket game here. If they can close this out, they will face the winner of the WNC Salt Lake game coming later on today. But 2 big outs need to be recorded before that can be a formality.
And what I'm thinking here is they're going to have Ewald bunt, put him in scoring position,
Yeah.
at least give him a valid shot at it.
Chance. Yeah, absolutely.
But then after that, you got Ewald, you got Wright, who's 0 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts and 2 groundouts. So it's a really tough call.
Yeah.
But
well, you almost wish you had the hitters
the other
reverse
way.
where Brady Hoskins was coming up after Wright. And if he was, that would be a fantastic idea to let Ewald put a bunt down and get 2 runners in scoring position and theoretically having a base hit, being able to score 2. Let's see what they got in store here. Spartans not going to go quietly here as they're down to their final 2 outs, but don't tell them that. They're still fired up and in this game.
First pitch, not showing the bunt. Breaking ball misses inner half.
Nice idea, though, by Alec, even though that misses. I like that pitch here, especially coming out first pitch to Corey Ewald. If you get him to maybe swing a little harder over the top, you can get him to pop that up.
A 1-0 count, 1 down, 2-1. Hutt getting set and delivers. The heater, deep left field. Oh, my goodness, that one's gone. Wow, a 3-run home run for Corey Ewald off of Alec Hutt. Puts a 1-run lead in the top of the 9th for Colorado Northwestern.
Wow, and just like that, I mean, this is deja vu for Alec Hutt as he had some issues last year in the postseason, and my goodness, not a worse time to be haunted by ghosts of seasons past than right now as Alec Hutt has to be absolutely shell-shocked, as does the rest of the CSN team here, as Corey Ewald puts a charge into one, a 3-run shot over the left field wall. And just like that, it's one of those games, Devin, where, like you said, this has been a extremely competitive and well-played game. I mean, it's been amazing on both sides to see. It's admirable to see the fight out of the Spartans, and it's crushing, for CSN here to deal with that.
What a series of events. This game has been wild from the jump, and it's still going here. 9-8 lead for the Spartans. Alec Hutt, only with 1 out, still has to get out of this inning.
Oh, and Alec Hutt, I mean, this is your game. I mean, we've seen CSN definitely has the offense to make up a 1-run deficit in the bottom half of the 9th. Alec Hutt has to refocus here, get back into it, and finish the inning here.
Now he's searching for a win rather than the save.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're Alec Hutt, it's almost impossible to do, but you got to have a short memory. You got to put that in the back of your mind and get your team in the dugout any way you can.
1-2 misses outside. Bring the count even at 2 apiece with only 1 out.
Wow.
Now trailing by 1.
And give Corey Ewald all the credit in the world, man. I mean, stepping up and putting a heck of a swing on a pitch here and just
clean contact. That ball was gone from the moment it was shot, and just what an impressive sequence. We assumed he'd lay down the bunt, move him around.
Right, yeah,
they're just trying to play safe, and boom, sure enough, lays one into one, and they have a 1-run lead here in the top of the 9th.
Just like that. I mean,
and there's another one deep left field. That one's going to go foul.
Get out of play
but
here.
Hutt's still battling, and and Wright not going down without a fight.
No, not at all. And that's been the MO for this entire Spartan lineup all game. No one's going down without a fight. I mean, these guys, they said, hey, you know what? In the grander scheme, CSN looks like Goliath. They look like David, but as long as David has a slingshot, they got a chance. And David looks like they're trying to topple Goliath here in the opening game of Day 2 of the Region 18 tournament.
That one misses below the zone, and they're still on Hutt. Every ball he throws, that Spartan dugout gets louder and louder.
They are. They've been working him. And, hey, like I said, credit to those guys. That Spartan dugout is nothing but character guys, quality players here, and they're fighting. I mean, even this at bat here. I mean, look at how hard Taylor Wright is making Alec Hutt work here. I mean, he's just Spartans are giving up nothing. You know, they won't give an inch.
Yeah, they came down to play, had a win yesterday, looking for another win. They're trying about to go back to the hotel and relax.
Oh, geez. If they win this game here, I mean, they're in the driver's seat here for tomorrow. I mean, believe it or not. But, like I said, Hutt needs to refocus here, get out of this inning.
There's one right over his head. It's going to get through the middle. Box. Wow, right up the box, and Taylor Wright, after a very long sequence, earns his way over to first.
Well, and Taylor Wright saw everything Alec Hutt had to offer in that at-bat, fouling off pitch after pitch, finally got something he can handle, back up the box for a single. And I hate to say it, but I think it's time for the Coyote bullpen to start getting some arms loose here. I think Alec Hutt may I mean, he may not have an opportunity to finish this game.
And on cue, David Kuzma starting to throw around in the bullpen. But the double play opportunity is still here for Alec Hutt, to only limited to 1-run deficit as Brady Hoskins is at the dish.
Yeah, you want to keep it at 1 run. You have to. And like I said, the last thing you want to let happen here, if you're CSN and the coaching staff here, is you don't want to let Alec Hutt's confidence erode on the mound here. I mean, he just doesn't seem like he's his normal self here. He's already got to be, mentally trying to put that home run behind him. But you don't want to ruin him for the remainder of this tournament here. You're going to need Alec Hutt to pitch some key innings and get some big outs.
He's falling behind 2-0 here, and I would definitely think that if he walks Hoskins, he's gonna get the pull.
Yeah, I think this is his last batter. If he doesn't get it out, it's definitely his last batter. Like I said, it'd be amazing to see Hutt throw a ground ball here, get Hoskins to roll over on one, and maybe get out of the inning. But
there's a heater, gets on by him, good strike, 2-1 count, 1 down, 1 on.
Yeah, wow, Alec Hutt here, like I said, this is one of the tougher innings that I've ever seen him have to deal with, honestly. And it is in my 2 years here at CSN watching Alec Hutt pitch, this is one of the
pickup attempt very close over there at first.
Toughest innings I've seen him labor through here. This is a tough time.
Tough game, crazy game.
We got flies in the booth here. We got everything here. Day 2 of the Region 18 tournament.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 2, and just like that, Hutt is a strike away from getting the second out. Tough call for Hutt, but here he is, still fully capable.
Still battling. It's a 1-run game. Like I said, this isn't last year's CSN offense. This is an offense that's more than capable of producing a run or two in the bottom of the ninth. So Alec Hutt, all he has to focus on is getting out of this inning, getting his boys back in the
runner goes in the dirt. Newsom's not able to throw it full count, and the double play is gone.
Yeah, that's a unfortunate break for the Coyotes. But like I said, if you can
that was a good play on the Spartans.
Get into the dugout down 9-8, I mean, CSN, we've seen them. We know this team can get up off the mat and rally for a run here. This offense is explosive. And
we'll be batting 9-1-2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, a 1-run lead. Now, if more runs are surrendered here, that's a variable that CSN does not want to have to face. So let's hope Alec Hutt can make a pitch here.
He does not. He throws ball 4, and I would imagine the hook is coming right now.
That's got to be it.
I wouldn't know sighting of Coach Garatano yet. I'm sure he's getting close. And
I'm sure him and Gidge are in there talking a couple things over. Maybe they just want to let the arm get a little warmer. I think he said David Kuzma was in there throwing a little bit.
And at the moment, at the dish, Keaton Turner comes on back with, now the double play still in effect.
Yeah.
We'll see what they can do here.
This inning has been something right out of a horror film for Alec Hutt.
First pitch, ground ball left side going foul.
And I took the fly down.
That thing was huge.
I'm going to cover him, give him a proper burial.
There you go.
And that's that.
0-1 count, 1 down.
That thing was huge. It's like one of the biggest flies I've ever seen. After you say that, I'm like kind of freaked out. There's a huge fly in our press box, and I'm glad it's under a water cap now.
0-1. Showing the bunt. Oh, lays it down. Hutt.
Oh, and Hutt laid off the mound.
Goes over to first. He
nice
does get
job.
the out. Tough play for Alec Hutt. Makes it happen, though.
Looks like he kind of stumbled coming off the mound there, and it was nice, fortunate here for him and the Coyotes. He was able to regain his footing and fire over to Brody Westmoreland at first in time. But
second time in a row, Keaton Turner has laid down the sacrifice bunt.
Well, Turner getting the job done here. Like I said, now he's got runners at second and third, and I mean a hit here.
Yeah, that's huge.
It blows the game open. I mean, it's a one-run lead can become three, and
3 times today, Keaton Turner has laid down that sac bunt.
Yeah,
to
and
perfection.
He's done it to perfection, exactly.
And now it's on the ninth bat of ninth bat of the lineup, Christopher Haynes, to get it going. And one swing of the bat makes that deficit a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, Alec Hutt has to bear down here, and he has to get Haynes. He cannot allow any more. There's no wiggle room here for the Coyote closer here, Alec Hutt. And he's got a 1-1 count to the Spartan second baseman, Christopher Haynes. Haynes a strikeout victim 3 times this game, twice looking to see a fourth here.
And both teams are here now. Western Nevada's here, Salt Lake's here. They're both watching the end of this game, and they got to be thinking, there's a shot in the right field that is playable. If Perns can get to it in foul territory. No! Lands in foul territory just out of a diving Perns. He laid completely out for it, but it's a very long strike call.
Love the effort there by right fielder Jared Perns. I mean, he absolutely sold out to try to get that ball. He sees his reliever struggling here, and you got to admire the fight in the Coyotes. Like I said, if it's going to be a chance for us if we can get in the dugout here. But if Christopher Haynes is able to put one in the outfield here, I mean, that may literally be the nail in the coffin here for the Coyotes. So this is a huge pitch. I mean, big moment here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning of a wild, wild affair here to open day 2 of the Region 18 tournament.
1-2 on the way. No, below the zone. 2-2 with 2 down and 2 on.
And Alec Hutt here is absolutely fighting himself.
Really needs that final strike.
He really does, And Coach Garitano, he still it's a nice show of confidence here. He could have went to the mound, but he says that's my guy. That's who I need to be out there making these pitches, and he stuck with Hutt. Let's hope it pays.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hutt finally gets that third out, but not after. Unfortunately, a 3-run home run from Corey Ewald puts the lead back in the favor of the Spartans, headed to the bottom of the 9th.
Wow.
Playoff baseball, ladies and gents, coming down to it. Bottom of the 9th inning. Ashton Montoya now going for the win for the Spartans, and the first batter he will have to face, number 12, Tyler Long.
And an unbelievable turn of events here for everybody here. The CSN Coyotes, the CNCC Spartans, fans, broadcasters, us up here alike. I mean, we are shell-shocked just as everybody here, but the way this game's played out, I have a feeling Coyotes are not done yet. Let's just put it that way here. We'll see how this inning unfolds. Tyler Long will be followed by the top of the lineup, DJ Dylan Johnson and Jarrell Latham.
All we needed was 1 in the 8th. Now all we need is 1 in the 9th.
Got to have it here. Like I said, if the Coyotes want to continue playing and stay in this game, they will have to push across at least a single run here. And if they can do any more than that, they can walk off here in the bottom of the ninth. Wouldn't that be something, Dev?
With the way this game has played out, whoever wins this game, it was a big shot from Tyler Long. It's going to land in foul territory. Yes, it does. Lands in the dirt. Turner made a fat beat on it over there in left field, but lands foul for a very long strike. But I was saying, whoever wins this game, tons of momentum going into tomorrow.
Oh my goodness!
Tons of momentum.
Unbelievable. I mean, especially if it happens to be Colorado Northwestern. I think if the Coyotes can win this game, they're kind of wiping their brow, saying, "Woof, we really got away with one there. We didn't play near our best game." If you're Colorado Northwestern, I mean, this is the kind of thing that can propel you.
Let's do it. Who wants it?
Oh, you're right. Exactly.
They're 2 in a row.
Yeah. And they're thinking we came down and beat CSN at home here in the game we had to have. I mean, yeah, that's the kind of thing that can propel you to Saturday to the championship game and beyond here. Like I said, very competitive tournament. The entire Scenic West Athletic Conference. What a great baseball conference this is.
Not one fouled off in the net.
You're seeing that on display here with these games.
Yeah, Northwestern beat Southern Idaho yesterday, 7-6 in the 3:30 game, and here they are today, leading at the moment, 9-8, 1-run leads.
Hey, 1-run leads, 1-run games.
That's all you need is one more run than the other team.
Absolutely.
Full count pitch from Montoya.
Montoya trying to go back to the well there, that outside corner. That bender didn't break quite enough here. 3 ball. Are we 3-2 or 2-2?
3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes here. Like I said, huge pitch to Tyler Long. If he can get on, that's going to be big.
Popped up, going foul.
Nice job by Tyler, though. He's up there battling. He knows how important he is in the grand scheme of things here. He's trying to get a runner on. Got another appearance by old number 7, Mikey York.
A good sequence here. Good tone setter for the 9th inning.
Yeah, Tyler Long
both
up
teams
there
battling.
Working. Yeah, absolutely. No one wanted to give an inch. Montoya and Long. The game is hanging in the balance here. CNCC holding a 9-8 lead over CSN.
Full count pitch taken in a right center field. Hoffman coming in on it and with the shades on, catching it for out number 1.
Easy out there. F8 to retire Tyler Long. And we're down to our final 2 outs here for CSN. They are 2 very tough outs to get, though. Luckily for us, Dylan Johnson steps into the box, and he'll be followed by center fielder Jarrell Latham. DJ has the pop to put one over the fence for sure here. We've seen some early season pop, Devin, when they were playing some of the teams from Canada, Prairie View Academy, Okanagan College. See DJ show us some very, very impressive power numbers for a leadoff hitter here.
And the lead should be short for Montoya since the Spartans have 2 pitchers throwing around in the bullpen.
Yeah, you have to think that they'll sell out to get these final 2 outs, whatever they have to do, whatever arms they may have to bring in. But right now, Montoya, so far, so good. Lefty with the unorthodox delivery has really come in and stifled the Coyote offense.
1-1 pitch. Misses outside.
Man, they are just wearing out that corner, though. They're going over there the whole time, and like I said, it's worked well for him and Christopher Ramirez earlier, as Spartans have gone lefty-lefty against CSN, and it's worked out so far.
2-1 hits that outside corner once again. 2-2.
And DJ got rung up on a similar pitch here when he got caught looking for the strikeout there, and it's very alarming here. He's got to want to protect that outside part of the plate.
Gets one fouled off exactly.
Nice job.
Good call.
Yeah, because like I said, when he got caught looking, it was a similar pitch that kind of broke back in and caught him. With 1 out in the inning and only 2 outs left in the game. You got to protect. I mean, you got to be looking to foul that off, saw that off, and wait for something a little better.
That one's outside, bringing the count full, and once again, Montoya with a full count.
Back-to-back full counts. Montoya playing with fire here. Wasn't burned with Tyler Long as he was able to retire him F8. Fly out to center field. Let's see if DJ can either work a walk, get a hit, and find his way on base.
That one fouled off instead.
Nice job there by DJ, though. Really, really working here.
And pressure's on everybody, and Montoya knows that Coyotes are easily back into this one with 1 run on base.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Not only that, with the pop the Coyotes have with 2, 3, and 4 hitters following DJ, walk-off potential.
Full count pitch, fouled off again.
And gosh, you see Montoya just working. That pitch is just consistent as it gets there, right on that outside corner. Like I said, give him and Ramirez credit. Umpire's been giving them that outside corner, and they've been taking full advantage.
Let's see where Ewald sets up on this one. Low and out. Zach gets it out. Ball 4 is called.
Excellent eye.
Wiggins darts down to first.
That's how you work a walk there by Dylan Johnson. DJ sprinting to first here, fired up. His teammates got to be happy to see that walk. And here we go, Dev.
They're pulling him.
We got Jarrell Latham, but before that,
I got to.
Ashton Montoya's day is done.
At least it's, we could assume.
Exactly. We could assume.
We'll see. Hang on.
So we'll see here.
No motion towards the pin just yet.
They might want the lefty to face the lefty Latham. You know, I don't know.
But they got a lefty. They got a Hardcastle thrown around in there.
Caden Hardcastle did come in and pitch a couple stellar innings of relief yesterday against the Golden Eagles. So let's see if Caden Hardcastle is the choice or if Ashton Montoya is going to get a crack at Jarrell Latham.
Still, neither pitchers moving from their mounds in the bullpen. He hasn't taken the ball from him yet.
Umpires coming out to break up this meeting.
No, look at that. If anything, I saw Hoskins over there, third baseman, pointing at Montoya, telling him, looks like, hey, man, you got this.
Yeah, just giving their pitcher all the confidence in the world. Like I said, meeting on the mound, your manager comes out to talk to you, says, I got all the faith in the world, I need to get this batter out.
And what I'm thinking is that every time a Coyote batter goes to the plate, they got to see Ewald behind the dish catching after he just had a 3-run home run.
Exactly.
All right, well, here we go. Play resumes. Jarrell Latham at the dish. 1 down, 1 on. First pitch misses below the zone. Good eye from the lefty.
Nice job by Jarrell there to watch that pitch all the way into the glove here. This is the game here. It's on the base pass here. DJ's at first. Jarrell Latham looking to move him over into scoring position. That is the tying run here for CSN. You got to get DJ home at all costs.
Outside corner gets hit for strike 1, 1-1 with 1 down.
That was a nicely located pitch there by Montoya. Like I said, he's come in undaunted with the ERA around 7 and the problems he's had in relief this year. I mean, you wouldn't notice it. Doesn't even seem like the same pitcher that his stats are reflecting, I'll tell you that.
1-1. Thought about it, hit the zone.
And Jarrell wanted to pull the trigger there. He just couldn't. And by the time he, realized his mistake, that ball was over across in the zone for strike 2. And Jarrell's got to play protect here with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Last thing you want to do is give away an out when you only have 2 left.
Ewald setting away out, trying to get that outside pitch.
Oh,
just misses.
Wow, and that was a tough pitch for Jarrell to take right there. Oh, you got to be playing protect if you're Jarrell there. If that pitch comes over again, you better be swinging. You can't risk getting rung up here on a called 3rd strike in a spot like this.
2-2. 1 down, 1 on. Montoya getting set.
Tense times here at Moore Stadium.
Ground ball right side. Oh, right into the glove of Reyes. Reyes to right back over. Nobody's at first.
And Jarrell Latham way too fast to get doubled up there, but CNCC does what they need to do, retire the lead runner. Here's the question, Dev. Are you sending Jarrell Latham here on one of these first couple pitches trying to get your center fielder to swipe a bag and get in scoring position, or are you going to let Blake Wiggins just take some hacks? I might send Latham.
I'd send him, man.
It is what it is here. Like I said, if Jarrell Latham's standing on second base, he's a Blake Wiggins single away from touching home. Right now, standing at first, Blake Wiggins is going to need to put a charge into one and get an extra base hit to give Latham a chance. I mean, he's the fastest Coyote. Like I said, 26 for 28 on the base pass. Let him go.
Especially with that.
Let him go.
With that high percentage, send him.
Yeah, let him go.
And look, they're not. Look at short.
They're giving him
right's not even close. Haynes is kind of close, but
go first or second pitcher.
That first pitch helped out by Ewald behind the dish, gets called strike. Blake Wiggins at the dish, looking to get it going here. He's 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a triple RBI.
Yeah, nobody I'd rather have up than Blake Wiggins here in this spot. He's made some solid contact here. Like you said, the triple, the long single that was mishandled by the left fielder.
Oh, off-speed pitch.
Wow.
Waited on it, 0-2 count.
And a beautiful pitch there from Montoya, honestly. I mean, that
63 miles an hour, just a snail through the zone.
Perfect pitch to throw in that situation. An over-aggressive hitter in Blake Wiggins, obviously looking to do something. Get him to swing right over the top of that breaking pitch.
0-2 count, and Ashton Montoya going for the win for his Spartans. He's got a runner on first. See what he can do here. 0-2 pitch. Low and in. Good on Ewald behind the dish to keep that one in front of him.
Oh, amazing job by Corey Ewald there. I mean, if that ball trickles past him just a little bit, I mean, Jarrell Latham's going to go slide in head first to second and get himself in a scoring position. So Corey Ewald right there doing everything he can to try to preserve a victory for his Spartans. 1-2 count for Blake Wiggins. Coyotes got to have it here. Down 1 in the bottom of the 9th.
1-2 pitch. Misses outside.
Ooh, dangerous pitch here. Is that breaking piece goes around and hits everything but the strike zone there. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Coyotes down to their last out.
2-2 count. 2 down. Montoya gets it set and delivers. Breaking ball taken to the left field. Excellent shot. That's going to land right there.
Jarrell's going to come.
No, they're going to.
Coach is sending him.
No, they're going to hold him up. They got to hold him up. Wow. Terrible play. He's going to try to go home.
And there goes Jarrell.
And there he is. Tagging the plate. This game is tied up here in the bottom of the 9th.
What an excellent, I was going to say, great job at piece of hitting by Blake Wiggins.
Better running.
CNCC self-destructing right in front of our eyes there.
Wow.
That ball had, I mean, I don't even know what was going on there. And the Coyotes now have Blake Wiggins, a game-winning run 90 feet away for Jordan Hand. Let's see Jordan come in, slap one in the outfield, and send CSN home some winners.
Wow, what a game. What a turn of event. CNCC 3-run home run in the 8th, taking the lead, and now here they are on tie game, bottom of the 9th.
That a double and an E6 is how Jarrell Latham's going to get home on that. Like I said, I had no idea what the Spartans were thinking.
And they're beside themselves. Look at them. I mean, Hoskins over there at third, crouched down, not pleased.
Oh, he's got to be.
Wow.
Deflated in this.
And now look at the Coyote dugout is getting nuts for Jordan Hand.
Oh, Coyotes trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here, and what a game, Devin. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm aging myself here years just watching this game, but it's well worth it here. Like I said, Jordan Hand, one quality swing from ending this for the Coyotes, and if Jordan Hand can walk it off here, I mean, can you imagine the momentum the Coyotes are going to have from a come-from-behind victory like this?
And like I said, Salt Lake's here, Western Nevada's here. They're both watching this game right now.
Yeah, Blake Wiggins, though. Give it up for Blake.
0-1. Wow, inside, and Montoya battling. Delivers 2 strikes in a row against Jordan Hand.
And if this game does continue into extra innings, Blake Wiggins is just a home run away from the cycle now. Triple-double.
Wow.
Single.
We'll see. 0-2 count.
Let's see if Jordan could just put one back up the box here in this game here in style for the Coyotes. We've seen plenty of walk-offs here. None would be bigger than if Jordan Hand can put one in the outfield.
As he fouls one off, and if anything stays alive, gives Coach Garitano a ball.
Yeah, Jordan walked in his first plate appearance. Second and third plate appearances were strikeouts and then grounded back to the pitcher. 1-3. See what's going on here as Jordan Hand is looking to finish the job here and give Alec Hutt the victory, bail out his closer. Like I said, what a game, what a finish. This game has been, this is high-level baseball right here, playoff baseball. What can you say?
0-2 above the zone. Tried the breaking ball with no break on it. 1-2 count, 2 down. Runner on third. Game-winning run on third base for Jordan Hand at the dish. It's his time. Get it going for his Coyotes who played a very long and aggressive game on both sides.
Man, strenuous game, stressful game. Both dugouts, nobody has any fingernails left after a...
Grab alongside, that's a hard shot right into that Wiggins. Hoskins can't handle it. Jordan Hand walks off.
And that's how you do it, Coyotes.
Wow.
Back to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Jordan Hand,
what a game. I can't believe it. That is insane. Oh my goodness, the lead changed 4 times during the game, and sure enough, CSN off the bat of Jordan Hand walks it off. Tough play for Hoskins over there at third base, right into his glove, not able to handle it. Wiggins comes home. Game 10-9 Coyotes.
Coyotes living right here as they come, make up the deficit here in the bottom of the 9th. Give Blake Wiggins all the credit in the world, crushing the double to left field. It was the fielding error by Colorado Northwestern that allowed that to score. That was it right there. And the air was out of the balloon at that point. CSN had all the momentum. Give Jordan Hand some credit there. A fantastic at bat behind in the count to just lay into one here. Tough play by Hoskins, and fortune
wow.
favors the bold here. CSN is the bold in this situation, and they snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, come back for an unbelievable 10-9 victory. I mean, okay. I've seen it all. I mean, that's going to be the most thrilling game of this tournament. I mean, and if there's something crazier, I don't even know if I can handle it.
Ladies and gents, please like this game hard on YouTube.
Oh,
because wow, what you might I don't know if we'll ever see a game like this before.
Yeah.
What just a crazy sequence of events. What a pleasure it was to call the entire thing.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, it goes all 9 innings,
Yep.
10-9, walk it off in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, and like you said,
And the winner of this game.
We are both absolutely privileged to be sitting here in this seat to call this game and give our guys some credit here. Let's talk a little bit about CSN.
Nobody gave up.
Nobody
on the field.
Never giving the fight, and we said it's going to be crucial here for Alicut to get us back in the dugout, only down a run. He did just that, and you know what? Jordan Hand, Blake Wiggins, Dylan Johnson working the walk, Jarrell Latham, all these guys here, these Coyotes, they just – one team, one family. That was the headline with the article from Willie G. Ramirez in the Review Journal. We finally got to cover. This is the best baseball team in the state of Nevada. CSN playing like it here, and hopefully this is just a bump in the road they were able to get through, and they'll be continuing on here as the Region 18 tournament moves on.
I'm beside myself, friend. That's our game 1 right here. Good momentum, staying in the winner's bracket. Now we get the rest of the day off. Go home, relaxed. Put yourself in the right mindset for the 12 o'clock game tomorrow.
Absolutely. And whether it's Salt Lake or Western Nevada, it's going to be a heck of a challenge for CSN. They got to regroup, wipe their brow off a little bit. They did snatch the victory here, but it was a crazy game, and let's hope we don't have any more of these. I don't know if my heart can handle it.
Well, ladies and gents, you see the score. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at CSN Coyotes. CSN takes one away from Colorado Northwestern, 10-9. Next game going to come in about a half hour from now. Western Nevada playing Salt Lake Community College.
We'll call first pitch at 3:55 p.m. here for WNC and Salt Lake. I'm James Hernandez.
I'm Don Verissimo, and we'll see you guys later.